What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tariq Elite Show starring me and TJ. We are live in Detroit right now. We're in Detroit right now. And we're going to make it do what it do. I'm trying to get everything situated, the lighting and all this stuff, so you guys can see me correctly. All right, it's a little dark in here. The lighting is kind of off, but long as the sound is good, we're going to make it do what it do. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, I'm out here in the D. Shout out to my brothers and sisters out here in the D. It is not so cold in the D. It's nice and warm out here. They said I got my Old Navy shirt on. Oh, this is the Sean John Lennon. This is the Sean John Lennon, baby. All right. Man. So how is everybody doing? Say the shirt matches the wallpaper. What is TJ doing back here? Man. What's up, Connecticut in the building? What's up, Connecticut? Is the sound straight? I just want to make sure the sound is cool. Long as the sound is straight, I'm cool in the game. Long as the sound is good, I'm good. All right? And I'm glad everybody's tuning in. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. TJ and Peanut, they're about to leave in a second. They're going over to my dad's spot. The family's over there. And then y'all stop hearing the sounds of TJ running around grabbing stuff. But shout out to all my people in the D. I done ran into some people out here. People who've seen Hidden Colors, giving shout out to them brothers and sisters. Went to a lot of the old neighborhoods where I lived as a kid, where my aunt and my cousin lived. A lot of those neighborhoods, man, was kind of sad. A lot of those neighborhoods are like dilapidated. Buildings are torn down. It looks like a damn war zone in certain spots. But in Detroit, there are some nice spots. Sherwood Forest area, nice spot. A lot of nice spots. You know, you only get one side of the coin when people talk about Detroit. But out here, I was talking to my sister and her people. What they're going to do in Detroit, what they're going to do out here in Detroit, they're going to start building housing projects again. And they're going to start centralizing all the low-income people, because that's been a problem in Detroit. They don't know what to do with all the low-income people. When they start getting those projects up and they're going to start centralizing the low-income people, all of these dilapidated houses and all that shit, that the gentrification is going to come heavy. It's going to come heavy. You can already see it. But it's real deep what's happening out here in Detroit. Where all my Detroit people at? All my Detroit people, where you at, family? Where are all my Detroit people? Yeah, they're building big time. Yeah, they're building big time. A lot of people still talking about last week's roast. A lot of people are still talking about last week's roast. That it was a very funny roast. You know what? Last week's roast was hilarious. What's funny, I when I saw the playback, the puppet was fucking hilarious, if I may say so myself. Because again, when I'm doing it, you know, it's one thing, but then seeing it back, that shit was hilarious. Yeah, I looked at it a couple of times my damn self. That was some funny shit, dude. That was hilarious. If you did not see the puppet show from last week, that some funny shit, dude. Man. Yes, indeed. So, but we got some real stuff to talk about tonight. My man Tahuti is calling up. Tahuti is going to call up tonight, because what we want to talk about first, y'all know a lot of people, and I talked about this on my Instagram earlier. A lot of people are doing this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Have y'all noticed that? And first of all, any cause that's going to try to help a disease or whatever, that's admirable. I'm not hating on that whatsoever. Anybody want to raise money or raise awareness to a disease, that's admirable. I got no problem with that. what I noticed about this ALS challenge thing, a very unusual amount of black people are pouring buckets of fucking ice on their heads. A couple of people doing it, okay, now that it's this trend, I'm like, black entertainers, black sports figures, all of these people, I mean, major black celebrities are doing this ice bucket challenge. And, I mean, rappers, the whole nine. And my thing is this ice bucket challenge came right in the midst of this major riot we have in this country right now. There was a major riot in this country where black people are at the butt end of tanks and guns and dogs. Where in the hell were all of these people, these black entertainers, during the Ferguson incident? That's still kind of going on right now. Because that's my thing. Because some people will use the argument, well, how come we can't represent for multiple things? My thing is, a lot of these black entertainers and celebrities and sports figures, a lot of them they ain't said shit about Ferguson or Mike Brown or nothing about this situation, to be honest. A lot of them have said nothing about Eric Garner or a lot of these situations of police brutality. A lot of people have not said anything. Now, there are people who have. Shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to Talib Kweli. Shout out to a lot of brothers and sisters in the entertainment business who have said something about it. Shout out to Ayanda. I'll get on that in a minute. But you have a lot of black entertainers out here who are quiet as a church mouse about Ferguson and the police gaffling brothers and sisters up. I mean, they literally wage war on black people in this country. I'm not even saying this proverbially, literally, guns and tanks on black people. Shout out to Annika Noni Rose. I'll get on her in a minute. Shout out to that sister representing. And we got to talk about that situation with the fake black feminists. We'll talk about that in a minute. Don't let me forget that. Shout out to that sister. Shout out to that sister too. But you have the situation in Ferguson, which has garnered international press. Which has gotten international press. Keke Palmer was there. Shout out to her. But all of these people, instead of really making a stand or taking a stand, all of these people taking a stand about what's happening with police brutality in this country. It's gone insane. Black people, and I'm not talking just black men, black people are getting the shit beat out of them by white supremacists disguising themselves as police officers. You have white supremacists who are disguising themselves as police officers, beating the shit out of black people. You have a situation, a cop just got arrested for raping black women. Did y'all hear about that? There was a cop. This dude was basically raping and molesting. He was pulling black women over for traffic violations and raping and molesting them, making them do shit in order to get out the tickets. Dude, it's open season. We know about the sisters who've been getting beat up by cops, but it's like police brutality is at an all-time high right now. The cops and law enforcement, they're waging war on black folks. And again, we can talk about multiple things, but when you choose to represent the ALS challenge, that's where all of these entertainers, you want to put your focus on the ALS challenge, and that's a disease who 93% of the people who get it are white. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. You got all of these black entertainers pouring buckets of ice on their heads for a disease that they rarely will get. A disease that 93% of the people who get it are white. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to represent, what goes on with, you don't want white people to get diseases. I don't want that. Of course you don't want that. But again, why are black folks caping so hard? While your shit is fucked up. The black people, I want y'all to listen to me. The last thing your black asses have to worry about is your white daddy, friend, cousin, or whoever your boss is getting ALS. That's the last of your worries right now. You need to worry about cops rolling tanks on top of your black ass. And I'm talking directly to black folks out here. You need to worry about cops waging war on you right now, dude. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Cops are waging war on you, and you worried about some dude, some white person getting ALS, and you pouring a bucket of ice on your head for a disease you can't even get, really. I'm having my man Dehootie, my Rod, call up. We're going to talk about that ALS thing. And again, not hating on anything as far as that. But get your priorities straight. Get your damn priorities straight. When we get these cops off our ass, I'll pour buckets of ice all over the place. The fuck is wrong with y'all? That's the last thing we need to be doing right now. Pouring ice on our heads for a disease that we won't even get as black folks. We caping for other people and the cops got guns sticking them up and blowing our fucking brains out. And that's what you want to congregate about? You're making a stand against a disease you don't even get? Probably something that's curable. I want my man Rod to call up to talk about that. He's going to call up in a minute, everybody. He's going to call in shortly. I mean, the police brutality right now, it's beyond Jim Crow. This is almost worse than Jim Crow right now. It's so bad, you got UN people sending in human rights people right now, quiet as it's kept, checking to see the situation with black people in America. They're talking about, and this is the international press, they're talking about America is getting back to like South African apartheid. This is the international press talking. They got human rights people coming in checking on black Americans and niggas out here pouring ice on their heads. And I think the timing of this is very peculiar. I think the timing is very interesting because, again, all of a sudden with these shootings and stuff going on and the Mike Brown situation, right when that started, all of a sudden all these black people are pouring ice on their heads. I think that's a way to make it seem like black people are not tripping about the riots. The racial issues are not as serious as the international press is making it seem. And that's just not the case. Also, what we talked about, I talked about this on Instagram, because black people will do stuff just to do it. Black people just do shit. Any non-black person come along and say, hey, everybody, do this. When black people are encouraged to do certain things by other people, that should always be a red flag. When black people are encouraged, and again, this whole ice bucket challenge, that's something that black people were encouraged to do by other folks. You were encouraged to do that by other people. You were encouraged to do that by other people. Did you know, back in the 1800s, and I posted a picture from a magazine, from a newspaper in the 1850s, they used to kill black convicts by sitting them in a chair and drowning them to death by pouring buckets of water on their heads. Y'all know that? Back in the 1800s, they would get black convicts, and the way they would kill them or torture them, they would pour water on their heads, sit them down, and pour buckets of water on their heads and drown them.
When you see everyone in America,
hold on.
Almost every day.
1 second, family. Hold on.
You notice a few things.
Hold on.
Like the fact that
we got a lot of folks in here. Hold on. Let me get this out of here. Hold on.
Girl.
All right. Sorry about that, family. But like I said, it's now known as waterboarding. You think that y'all remember when they were talking about waterboarding? Y'all remember that a few years ago they were talking about torturing people with the waterboarding and all that stuff? Y'all remember that a few years ago they were talking about getting hostages and the U.S. troops with waterboard? That waterboarding shit is old, dude. That's old. That ain't new. They used to do that to black folks back in the 1800s, man. We got pictures of the shit. We got from newspapers at that time showing how they did it if you go to my Instagram. They use those old torturing techniques that they practice on us. Again, dude, we just do shit just to be doing it, not knowing the history of certain things. And it's so ironic that black folks are out here pouring ice and water on their fucking heads, dude. And we posted this information up on Twitter and Facebook. And you know there's Negroes caping. There's coon, and you are a coon if you're caping, trying to dismiss history. I've seen a lot of black people say, oh man, come on, dude. Everything ain't racial now. Everything isn't racial. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help others and be unified. That's cool if it was going both ways, people. That's cool if it was going both ways. That's cool if it was going both ways. Oh, they're cooning hard on Twitter, man. They're cooning hard on Twitter. Black people are getting their brains blown out. You don't see all these people really caping for us. You don't see these people walking with us trying to get people out of office, because that's what we need to do. We need to get some of these people out of office. That's what we got the hashtag recall for Mike, the number 4. And everybody, y'all need to tweet that. We got a hashtag called recall for Mike, the number 4 Mike, recall for Mike. That's the hashtag you use. Because we're trying to get people out of office. You don't see people from all these other groups and all these people in the dominant society really trying to rock with us on that. You know, people will go out there and do the a sympathy chant or hold up a sign or whatever. But then you have people out here at some of these marches and protest, agitating police, trying to stir up shit to get black folks' heads bashed in. But when it comes down to actually doing some real work, people start twiddling their damn thumbs when it comes to helping us. We got to keep it 110. Ain't nobody really helping us. Just because somebody has a sign out there with it, they'll do that. They'll light a candle and say, okay, let's pray together and we'll accept your forgiveness and all that bullshit. But when it comes to really doing some work and helping us, nobody's doing that, dude. Not only are they not doing that, the dude, Darren Wilson, y'all know this dude raised damn near $500,000 already? Darren Wilson, the dude who killed Mike Brown. This dude has raised damn near $500,000. Mike Brown's family hadn't raised that much. So why is it, since we are post-racial and it's not about race, why is it that the white supremacists always seem to raise more money than everybody? Why does it seem like the white supremacists or the suspected white supremacists never seem to go to jail? Why do the suspected white supremacists never get taken out of office? Since it ain't about race, and people can miss me with the it ain't about race bullshit, because when you look at the donation page, because they had a GoFundMe page for Darren Wilson, the guy who killed Mike Brown, and the people who helped raise that damn near $500,000, they were very clear on why they gave the money to the dude. They were very clear in their white supremacist rhetoric in as to why they gave the man the money. So much so, they had to take the page down and they had to move the donation site somewhere else because all of the racist comments. You understand what I'm saying? And we got some screenshots of some of the stuff they were saying. They were like, $20, yeah, good. You took out the trash. Good. Kill more niggas. Good. We need to wipe these niggas off the planet. Good. A good nigga's a dead nigga. They were very clear as to why they were donating that money. So miss me with this shit. It ain't about race. Miss the fuck out of me with that. They were very articulate and clear as to what they were doing and why they were giving that money to Darren Wilson. It wasn't about justice whatsoever. That thug deserved to die. All niggas should die. Kill more niggas. Here's $30, $100. Good. You took out the trash. Oh, we got it. I'm going to put it up on Instagram later. I'll put it up on Instagram later. I'll definitely put it on Instagram later. My man Dahoudi is going to call up in about 3 minutes. I told my brother to call in at 7:30, 10:30. East time. I'm on the East Coast. Well, this is technically the East. It's East time, Eastern time. But again, man, shit is real out here. No, I'm not. No, Nelly. I don't say Nelly's a coon in the house, Negro. I'm not going to say that. But they made Nelly get out there and represent his city. They made Nelly because that's the thing. See, though, in the dominant society, and this goes both ways. This is another thing. If we want our entertainers, and I want black folks, and I want y'all to listen to this. A lot of people will say, "Hold on, let me see if this is the Hootie." Hold on, and I don't want to miss that thought. Hello, who's calling?
Hey, what's going on? Submit.
Hey, how you doing, brother? I'm gonna have you call back in a minute, brother. Okay, I'm waiting on Hootie to call up. What's up, T Jeezy? But yeah, Peanut's about to go back. She's going over to my dad, my sister's house. But I'm gonna post the screenshots. Hold on. I will post the screenshots on Instagram. Hold on, I got them on my phone. I want y'all to see some of the things they were saying. Let me put it on Instagram now. All right, my Instagram is at Tariq Elite. I want y'all to go to Instagram now. I'm about to put the screenshots on right now. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm about to put the screenshots up right now, but it's at Tariq Elite. That's my hold on. That's my Instagram. Hold on. The photo stream. Hold on one second. Where's the shit? Hold on. Hold on. It's listening to the show live. Okay, my family's listening to my show live. What's up? What's up, Tia? Tia, Peanuts and TJ on their way over there. Okay. Damn it. It's on my iPad. I gotta do it on the iPad. The picture's on my iPad. But I'll put it up later. Let me see that iPad real quick, babe. That's Peanut right there looking sexy as hell. Say what's up to everybody, Peanuts. TJ's falling out. Thanks, babe.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, man. Oh, I think this is my man Tahuti right here. Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Yo, Tootie Matra here.
Brother Tootie, how you doing, fam?
On top of the world, beloved, how you doing?
I'm good. Everybody, this is my man Tahuti Mayad Radna. And Tahuti has some health food or health stores, health shops out there in the Los Angeles area. How many shops you got in the area, Tootie?
I have two. I have Glendale, and I opened up one in Los Angeles last year. So we got two: Glendale, California, San Fernando Valley, and Los Angeles near the Hollywood Silver Lake area.
Oh, okay.
They open 7 days a week.
Let them know the names and the addresses of the shop before we get started. What do we need?
Yes, in Glendale, it's Tahuti's Health Store, the Banners Lightworker Academy. The address is 1015 North Pacific Avenue, Glendale, California, 91202. And then also in Los Angeles, under the banner of Tahuti's Natural Products, the address is 4785 Santa Monica Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90029.
Yes, indeed. And I use your products, man. I tell people all the time about your stuff, man.
Oh, yes, sir, brother. I hear, and much appreciation, good brother.
Absolutely. Now, brother, we're talking about this ALS challenge thing that a lot of black entertainers are getting into. Brother, first of all, before we get into that, tell people about the ALS and the real deal about that and who does it affect. Please explain what that is.
Yeah, well, see, basically, this whole ALS, this amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is just another name, a medical technical name for Lou Gehrig's disease.
Right.
Now, first and foremost, when I say Lou Gehrig's disease, what image comes to the mind or should come to the mind as far as a human being is concerned? Mr. Lou Gehrig, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so who was Mr. Lou Gehrig? Was Mr. Gehrig an African, or was he a European or a Caucasian?
He was a European.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yes, indeed.
So this was a disease that originally affected Europeans or Caucasians, but because we became prosperous, affluent as a people, we began to get away from soul food, and in no way am I saying that soul food is the ultimate diet, but it was better for us compared to the junk food and the amount of junk foods we have been eating. So we have been mimicking Europeans more so than ever pertaining to diet since we become affluent. So that's why we're getting the various cancers that was really indicative to them, the Lou Gehrig's disease, the Parkinson disease. I mean, we're right up there now, dying along with them, regardless of the content of melanin that we have. We're dying from the very same diseases, and beloved, that's because of the similar lifestyle, and lifestyle includes diet. Now, getting back to this amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is nothing but Lou Gehrig's disease, beloved, all we're dealing with is a lack of nutrition pertaining to the muscles and the nerves.
Right.
That's all we're dealing with. Now, some people say, well, Tootie, well, damn, man, it's like, since we all got the SAD, the Standard American Diet, and the diet is acidic, we all should be getting the same diseases. Well, beloved, it doesn't work like that, because disease manifests pursuant to the weak energy spots or points in the body.
Right.
You see, and so that's why we have different diseases. Like Dr. Sabi said, it's all the same thing, but it's going to manifest differently based upon the individual, the weak energy point. So when you deal with ALS, to knock it out, beloved, it's real basic, beloved. All you have to do is give the body the proper nutrition. See, in the word amyotrophic, we're dealing with A, which means no or negative.
Right.
Myo refers to muscle, and trophic deals with nourishment. So what do we have here, beloved? No muscle nourishment.
Okay.
So what do? Take drugs. Hell no, you don't take drugs or vaccinations. You give the body the necessary nourishment. And pertaining to the muscles and preventing atrophy, we're dealing with amino acids, the building blocks of protein,
right,
which you get from plants if you want the real deal. And then you also, beloved, got to deal with the fatty acids, oleic acid and erucic acid. Is the diet, beloved. So, the brothers and sisters are celebrities. They're ignorant, and they do what, we do. We follow. We follow white people. We follow Europeans. And so you got black people now pouring buckets of cold-ass ice on their heads, are raising awareness for the corporations, the pharmaceutical corporations. And that's all this is about, beloved. And the same thing with the Ebola outbreak.
Yeah, dude.
That's all it is.
Dude, the Ebola outbreak, what's interesting about that, this deadly disease popped up. Nobody knows what the cure is, but 2 white people get it. All of a sudden, miraculously, they got this cure, but only 2 people can take the cure, and then miraculously they're cured. What the hell is up with that?
Man, I'm telling you, these people are magicians, beloved. And it's not even really about the 2 people. It's about the fear. It's about the fear because, see, the fear will move people in the direction of vaccinations. The fear will move people in the way of drugs.
Yeah.
You see, so you don't even have to worry about a cure, beloved, if you focus on prevention.
Yeah.
See, they're going to make more money from so-called prevention than so-called cure, because in the world of big pharma, it's not about the cure.
Right.
The FDA got that on lockdown. They'll lock you up if you say you can cure a disease. You can't treat a disease. You can't cure a disease. You can't mitigate a disease. They got it on lockdown. So it's about the fear, beloved. Fear does serious damage, and not just for the pharmaceutical industry, but a lot of things pertaining to the majors. I mean, fear in and of itself will break down the immune system.
Yeah.
Fear in and of itself will make you start thinking negative, like, oh, shit, okay, I may not have Ebola, but shit, maybe I got AIDS. Maybe I got HIV.
Yeah.
Shit, I might even have herpes. So the mind of most Americans, man, is already debilitated, man. So these are just ploys, man, that the pharmaceutical companies, man, put out on American people every single year. Trust me, beloved, it's Ebola now. You just give them 6 months. I guarantee you to be something else.
Absolutely. Now, have people come to you like saying, "Hey, Tahuti, stop saying you can cure stuff"? Because I know they did that to Dr. Sebi. I know they did it to Dr. Sebi.
Yes, they did. But see, beloved, the FDA taught me a lesson back in 2008, man, and I'm really thankful to the FDA, because basically the FDA taught me something called word control, and I teach this in my herbology course. Word control. See, word control is where they use disease terms that have a negative connotation. Look here, beloved, you take anybody, right, and you put them in a situation whereby they go in to just get tested, right? A general test. And a doctor comes back and says, well, I have some bad news for you, but you have cancer. The doctor doesn't even have to say, I have bad news for you. The doctor can just come back and say, I'm sorry, but you have cancer.
Right.
What's going to come to mind? Are people going to feel good? Or are they going to want to go out and throw a party? Or are they going to become instantly depressed? Like, oh, shit, I'm going to die. Right? If the doctor says, sorry, you have genital herpes. Oh, God damn, my sex life is over with. I'm dirty. I'm nasty. I got bumps. I burned somebody. How do people feel about that?
Right.
They feel negative. So I said, okay, here, how do we reverse this? Because I'm solution-oriented. I'm like, okay, the government got these words on lockdown. All of these terms, diabetes and cancer, genital herpes, arteriosclerosis, ALS, these are all patented terms. But see, here's the fraud. They don't come out and tell the American people that these terms are owned by the federal government, that they're owned by the FDA. They don't tell the people that. But see, you know that that's to be the truth, because when you use them, saying, hey, I can cure herpes, you're in trouble, because, see, that's property infringement.
Wow.
You see?
Wow.
Yeah, that's infringement. That's their shit. That's their word. Look here, man. If I create something, how can Tariq come along and say, I can cure Tahuti shit? Tahuti, he created that, but I can cure it. I'm like, wait a minute, this is my shit over here. You know, there is no cure for it, right? This is my property.
Right.
That's infringement. That's infringement. But see, the American people don't know that. You see, and they don't look at the situation like that, and that's why they get hemmed up. Like your boy, what's his name? Kevin Trudeau. He's locked up right now.
Yeah.
And Kevin Trudeau and I was going through the same thing with the FDA back in 2008, and I was trying to tell his legal team, tell Kevin to stay away from fighting those people on their terms. That's their stuff. Yo, check this out, Tariq. Don't you know, beloved, if you start promoting a carrot juice as the cure, for glaucoma, did you know they at your door? Even though everybody got access to carrots, it's not about carrots. In the Matrix, they get you on use. See, use determines the function or activity of a thing.
Yeah.
So the use of carrots to cure a disease makes the carrot juice a drug the way that it's being used. And this is all backed up in the Code of Federal Regulations and the FDA regulations. Is deep, beloved. But these cats, man, I've had my run-ins with the DEA and the FDA and all these other people.
Yeah.
But I'm legally astute. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a master, but I'm legally astute to the point I can deal with these people. So they've come and they've gone. And they don't mess with me because I teach people to focus on the body.
Absolutely.
I teach people to focus on the organs. You see what I'm saying? And I change the words. I don't say diabetes. I say adverse pancreas condition.
Yes.
See, because the FDA don't have a patent on the pancreas because we all got a pancreas.
Yes, indeed.
But we all don't have diabetes. You see how it works? It's word control. It's a form of sorcery.
That's heavy. That's why, man, people were pointing out that the Ebola virus is patented. They patented that. The patent is online. You can see it. And
all day long. But see, Tariq, what the people need to understand about a virus, like I tell people, look, you can't come to me talking about a virus, the acquired immune deficiency virus, right? The HIV virus, the genital herpes virus. You can't come to me talking about a virus because a virus does not exist. A virus is nothing but polluted blood or toxic blood. And I challenge anybody to look that up, not in a regular dictionary, but a medical dictionary. You will see where that word toxic means polluted blood. That's it.
That's heavy.
That's it. Yeah, the shit is deep, man. I love it, man. I love it. I'm out there, for the peace, man, doing the research, man, and, promoting the common sense, man, then also bringing the spiritual, metaphysical aspect to all of this chicanery going around, man, with the FDA, the AMA, and the Big Pharma. They making serious loot, beloved. A lot of people talk about, like the body organs and the oil and the cocaine, what have you, but actually, beloved, it's the pharmaceutical industry, man. Multi-trillion dollar industry, because they're behind the illegal drugs and they're also behind the legal over-the-counter drugs, but they're also behind all the technology for surgery and CAT scans and things like it's all tied into their industry.
Does it sound like with this whole ALS thing, it sounds like they got some new drug that's about to come off the pipeline?
Exactly. But people stay away from that. That's if anybody was even thinking about that. Stay away from that. Hey, brother, have you ever seen a movie called Lorenzo's Oil with Nick Nolte and Susan Sarandon?
I heard about that. What's that about?
Now, that disease that the teenage son dealt with, it was adrenoleukodystrophy.
Yeah.
Adrenoleukodystrophy. very similar to this amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Okay.
It was a nervine disorder. All right, it was dealing with his myelin sheath, and the myelin sheath is the coating around the nerves. And what happens is when the body is so acidic, it begins to eat up the myelin sheath. You know, an example of this would be, imagine some cables, right? You know, we have cables and have the plastic coating covering up the copper wires.
Yeah.
Well, imagine the plastic pulled back, and you pour water on the copper. What's going to happen as far as transmission to your computer or your TV or your stereo? The output, right, is going to be faulty. Same thing with the human body. When those nerves get damaged, you're going to have problems. You're going to tremble. You're going to shake. Beloved, in the medical profession, they have different diseases for the same damn disease, and they do that, Tariq, so that they can sell 50 different drugs for the same damn disease.
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
That's what that ALS thing, I mean, that's what it sounds like. They get all these celebrities to pour ice on their heads, and then they say, hey, guess what? We got a whole new drug for this thing, and it costs $80 a gram, and whoop-de-whoop. That's exactly
all it is. Man. Hey, Tariq, and some people it's ALS, and other people, beloved, it's Parkinson's disease.
Yeah.
And other people, it's multiple sclerosis.
So is all that one and the same, basically?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm thinking. It's one and it sounds like Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis. All of it sounds the damn same.
Well, you look at it. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, multiple sclerosis. And the people don't stop and say, wait a minute now, you know, all these disease terms got sclerosis on it. Well, what the hell is sclerosis? Sclerosis is damaged nerves, damaged veins, or hardened arteries, or hardened veins. It's hardened. Why? Because of the mucus on it, man. And the mucus is so hard that it, too, affects the transmission of the nerves. And you look at, you take the brother Muhammad Ali. He's shaking.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with, what's the dude from Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox.
Right.
He's shaking, just like Ali, right?
Right.
One got multiple sclerosis, and the other one got Parkinson's disease.
Right.
Well, what's the outcome? Isn't the outcome the same?
Same thing.
They both trembling, beloved.
Same thing, exactly.
Thing, it's a hoax, man. It's medical sorcery.
Man. You know, going back to AIDS, man, there was a dude back in the early 90s. I think his name was Mao Zier. I can't think of his name, but from what I understood, he found a cure for AIDS. And that brother disappeared off the face of the damn earth, man. Every time somebody says that, hey, I got a possible cure for AIDS, you never hear about it, or you never hear from them. And
I'm sorry.
Many people say Dr. Sebi cured magic of AIDS. I know you've heard that one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. And these cures, when people start talking like that, man, you never hear about them in mainstream media at all.
Well, you got to look at it, beloved. You know, it's just like with the government. They have their political assassins.
Yeah.
And in Big Pharma, they have the medical assassins. So these people are either assassinated by a character, or they're outright, literally assassinated. Man, I got a hell of a DVD collection, man. And I got DVDs on the missing scientists, man, who have come up with plant-based cures for everything under the sun, beloved. And the reason why a lot of these people come up missing, come up killed, is because of the infringement. If these people say, hey, I got something that can boost the immune system, which is really the defense system, they're going to be straight. But when you start saying AIDS, see, AIDS is patented, man. That's a patented term. AIDS is an industry, man. You're messing with the money, and they will take you out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, that's real talk. Man, let everybody know your website one more time, Brother Tahuti.
Yes. The website is thehealthstore.com. That is DHEALTHSTORE. Thehealthstore.com. The number toll-free 888-823-9416.
Yes,
we got plenty of articles on the website as well, too, people, so you can get your read on.
Yes, indeed, Tahuti. When we do Hidden Colors 4, we're going to get real deep into health and cures and stuff. I want you to be a part of that, man. You feel me?
Hey, it's a done deal.
Yes, sir.
Done deal. All we got to do is catch up to it, beloved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, thank you so much for calling in, family.
Hey, my pleasure, beloved. You keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Yes, sir. Respect, brother.
You got it. Peace.
Yeah, that's my man, Tahuti, man. Tahuti is the truth, man. That's Tahuti, everybody. Tahuti is the truth, man. Go to that brother's website. Again, I use his stuff. Y'all seen my show back in LA. I got his vitamins and stuff all on my desk. So y'all, I fuck with Tahuti. For real, for real. You dig? This brother's the truth, man. This brother gets, you take some of this brother's shit, you feel like Superman. A man is the truth. And again, when we do Hidden Colors 4, that's one thing we're going to really get down on. We're going to really talk about health real heavy. Because in the first couple of Hidden Colors, we touch on it just a little bit, but we're going to go deep into my man. You see the hot fire my man was spitting? Man, I want to get him. I already got Dr. Sebi lined up. Brother, I want to get Layla Africa. What y'all know? Who knows about Layla Africa? Dr. Africa. The truth. These brothers spitting that hot fire about health and nutrition, and Dr. Phil Valentine. That's enough. Dr. Phil Valentine, he's a nutritionist. He spits that hot fire. So getting just that section alone is going to be the truth. So, man, but like what my man was talking about, this whole ALS challenge thing, dude, this is about the big pharmaceutical companies, man. They got a new drug they got coming out, dude. That's all this about. They got a new drug coming out, and they getting all the celebrities to sit around and pour buckets of ice on their heads because they got a new drug. And again, they're made to do that. These black entertainers are made to do it. They're told to do that. You got major entertainers that's doing this ice bucket challenge because the people on top have stepped to them and said, hey, we need you to do this. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, look, we need you to do this. And you always got to be very careful. When you see a movement coming from the top, trickling down, that's something that you should always be wary about. Just like with that Coney 2012 thing. When you saw that Coney thing, all of a sudden, out the blue, Rihanna, Puff Daddy, all of these people tweeting about get Coney, that was a red damn flag all day. Oh yeah, Dick Gregory too. I get Dick Gregory back in Hidden Colors 4 to break that nutrition game down. My chapstick. Man. Yeah, but again, that whole ice bucket thing, these black entertainers are doing this ice bucket thing. They want to represent a movement for a disease that rarely affects them. But again, stay quiet about the situation that's going on in Ferguson. All the stuff that's going on in Ferguson, and not just Ferguson. Ferguson is just a contemporary term today, this week, about what's happening with black people all around the country. Because if it's not Ferguson, it's Stanford, Florida. Sanford, Florida, whatever city that is. If it's not Florida, it's New York with Eric Garner. If it's not New York with Eric Garner, it's the brother in LA who got shot. Speaking of somebody who got shot, Suge Knight got shot again. God damn. Hope that brother gets well, man. I don't like to see any brother get shot. Suge Knight got shot in LA again last night. They shot Suge twice. They said it was 6 times, but it wasn't 6 times. They shot him twice. Hopefully the brother recovers. I don't want to see anybody get bust on. That ain't cool at all. Yeah, the Suge, for those who don't know, Suge got... from what I understand, he got shot twice. They were saying he got shot 6 times, but it was twice. And, they said he's going to recover. They said he's going to recover. Yeah, they said Suge got 9 lives. My God, man, dude. I really wish the brother just kind of lay low because they got all types of they got all types of contracts out on Suge's life, man. They've had contracts on that dude's life since the 90s. So, I don't want to see anybody get bust on like that, especially another brother. I don't, that's some shit I don't want to see. Oh, dude, Pat Robertson. Y'all know the preacher Pat Robertson. What's that channel Pat Robertson is on? What's that channel that the preacher show? It's like on one of those Christian TV channels. And let me tell you something. The white supremacists are coming out of the woodworks. They're showing their asses. The 700 Club. Now, the 700 Club has been on for a million years. Pat Robertson, he's he's a nice white supremacist. And that's the thing about white supremacy. I want y'all to study Pat Robertson. See, people, when you think white supremacy, you think white supremacy is somebody being mean, hateful, angry. That ain't it at all. Pat Robertson is a great example of normalized white supremacy. Pat Robertson had said some foul shit over the years, and the sad thing is, he says it, and he don't even know how foul it is. He's the most polite white supremacist you ever want to meet in your life. Good old Christian white supremacist, and your black people give his ass a pass. And a lot of people in the dominant society, a lot of white people will try to, or other suspected white supremacists will try to dismiss him as being, well, he's old and senile. Oh, Pat Robertson, he don't know what he's talking about. Yes, the fuck he does know what he's talking about. Oh, he's just old. He's just, he don't know any better. Bullshit. Pat Robertson, you know what Pat Robertson said a couple of days ago? This fool said that Mike Brown was most likely on PCP. That's probably why he got shot. When I saw the headline, I literally thought that I was reading an Onion, The Onion, the parody website. I'm thinking I'm reading like the Onion. I'm like, oh, that's come on, don't be, because I get mad when people post parody and satire shit on my page. I'm like, hey, come on, man, stop all that. Don't post no bullshit on my page. But there was a video, and I saw the video of him saying it. I'm like, oh God, this fool, it's video. It's not. He's saying it. He's like, oh man, that old Mike Brown, big black guy, big old black guy attacking that little police officer, beat him up. He was probably high on that PCP. Who in the fuck sells PCP in 2014? He hasn't even updated his stereotypes. That's the funny thing about Pat Robertson. He's so racist, he don't know how racist he don't even know the new stereotypes. He hasn't updated. That's, back in the 70s, they used to say that about black folks. Oh, that nigga's high on PCP. Let's kill him. That's that old 1970s shit. He hasn't even updated the stereotype. You have to see it to believe it, people. He said Mike Brown was probably on PCP. He beat the officer up, and the officer had to shoot him. And I'm like, oh, God. And the thing is, that show goes out to millions of people because you'll try to dismiss him as being old and senile, but let me tell you something. The people who listen to this goddamn idiot, these are the people who are your bosses at your job. These are the people who are on the jury that you have to get on to determine whether you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison over some bullshit. These are the people who are the principals at your school who miseducate your children. It's the Pat Robertson crowd. You think they're stupid and senile. These people run your ass. These crazy senile white supremacists run your ass. Think about that. Don't dismiss Pat Robertson as just some old kook. He's on TV for a reason. The people who put him on TV, they know he's a crazy goddamn dude. He said some more foul shit than that. About that Haiti earthquake, go back and look and see what he said about the Haiti earthquake. When the earthquake happened in Haiti, his ass got on TV and said, well, God just don't like those Haitians. The Haitians are cursed. I swear, am I lying, people? This motherfucker got on live national television and said the Haitians were over there practicing that voodoo. They're doing the devil's work. God is punishing them. They went over and they made a pact with the devil. Those Haitians made a pact with the devil, and then they had the Haitian Revolution, killed all those good white folks, and God is punishing them because they're evil. This motherfucker got on TV and said that shit. with a straight face, with no hatred. He said it just as nice and as kind, straight up and down. That's that old school white supremacy, dude. That's that old school white supremacy. Y'all think these white supremacists are playing games with you. Y'all think these white supremacists are playing games with you, dude. Yeah, he said they made a pact with the devil. If y'all let me allow links so you guys can, if anybody has a link, hold on, allow links. So anybody have a link to just in case y'all think I'm exaggerating. This motherfucker said God is punishing the Haitians because they made a pact with the devil. That's why there was an earthquake that killed so many of them. This motherfucker said this on TV. In this day and age, you got somebody like that on television spewing that nonsense. That's dangerous, man. These people know what they're doing. They're not seeing look. He has to be put on television. You know, you put him on television. You know if this motherfucker's crazy or not. But let me tell you something. Whatever you see on television, and I want y'all to feel me. Whatever you see on television is meant to be on television. All right? Whatever you see on television is meant to be on television. You just don't get on television and just kind of shock people and just say random bullshit. They'll cut your ass off real quick if you start spitting some real shit. Y'all see me when I was on TV on CNN a few weeks ago. When I was about to get deep, I was doing an interview and I was about to go somewhere with the conversation. They cut my ass off so fast. Because they want to know, the producers sit you down. Hey, what you gonna say when you get on TV? They want to know. They want to know exactly what you're gonna say. I'm like, well, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. Then when I start saying some shit that I didn't inform them on, they cut my ass off so quick. There was a dude on Fox News. There's a brother down there working in the community in St. Louis, Ferguson area. Fox News had him on because what they did, they thought that he was gonna get on there and talk shit about Al Sharpton. They had this brother on TV. He's a reverend down there. He's an activist, and he's doing real good work. And I want to link up with this brother over in Ferguson. Oh, this my topic is deep. Yes, indeed. It's my cousin Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence, my cousin out here. But it was a brother. There was a brother. Damn, what's that brother's name? He's a preacher down there. Young brother, man. Real good dude. So Fox News brought him on. They were like, yeah, Al Sharpton is down there causing trouble, stirring up this and stirring up that. And we got somebody on here who's not pleased with Sharpton, Reverend such and such. And the brother got on there and he flipped the script on him. He was like, yeah, we out here doing work. We out here trying to get the community together, trying to build and, trying to organize our community to vote. And, we Al Sharpton, we're working with him. That's our brother. We're doing things and, we're trying to work with not just him, but other people in the community. So the lady on Fox was like, well, you told our producer you had a problem with Sharpton. And the brother was like, well, I did kind of have some issues with him. But again, I sat down and had a man-to-man talk with him. So everything is cool. We're on the same page. And we're just trying to get this done. We're trying to get some, get the police chief recalled. We're trying to do this. Nigga, they cut his ass off so fast. They cut it. They're like, oh, breaking story. They cut that dude off in mid-sentence. They cut that brother off so fast when they saw that he wasn't going to shit on Sharpton and he was talking about doing some real work out there in Ferguson. They cut his ass off just like that, dude. Was it Pastor Robert White? That was his name? That shit was hilarious, dude. That shit was hilarious. Shout out to Talib Kweli. Talib Kweli went out there and got into Don Lemon's ass. Not literally. Let me reword that because getting into Don Lemon's ass. Not literally. But he got on Don Lemon. Let me say that. All right, because that sounds like the title of a new porno movie. Getting into Don Lemon's ass. So let me pause that. But Talib Kweli got on him. He got on Don Lemon. He gave Don Lemon that work. Shout out to brother Talib Kweli. Y'all know, we were trying to get Talib Kweli in Hidden Colors 3. We had a scheduling conflict. We might get him in Hidden Colors 4, though. We might get him in 4. But, again, what you see on television is meant to be on there. What you see on television is meant to be on there. And we got a hashtag called recall for Mike. I did my last podcast talking about how we should work with the people down there in Ferguson to recall some of those politicians because that's going to set a precedent for certain killings and shootings by these cops all around the country. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Killer Mike too. Killer Mike is a rider. So we got a hashtag called Recall for Mike. We started this hashtag. A lot of people are retweeting it. They're supporting it. A lot of celebrities, a lot of actors, a lot of rappers. Killer Mike, shout out to Mike. J. Cole, he was out there shouting out Hidden Colors out there in Ferguson. Shout out to the rapper J. Cole. But we got Young Turk. He was retweeting. Shout out to Iyanla Van Zant. She was supporting the hashtag. Anika Noni Rose, what's her name? The actress, Annika. I want to say is it Anika or Annika? I always mispronounce her name. Is it Anika or Annika? The actress. She was in Dreamgirls. Beautiful sister. She was also the voice of Princess and the Frog. Beautiful, beautiful sister. She was supporting it. Anika. Anika or Nika? Annika or Anika? Anika Noni Rose. She was supporting it. And shout out to my man Spoken Reason. A lot of people were supporting the hashtag. And Iyanla, we were corresponding, and she was letting us know that she got some brothers down there, some brothers on the boots on the ground. Iyanla's cool. She's a rider. Iyanla's a rider. So she was letting me know she got some brothers on the ground who's ready to do work, ready to put some work in. And Iyanla's cool sister. Cool sister. And what she was, I think she taped a show down there. And again, publicly, when you get out there publicly, you got to do the kumbaya thing. I know she's playing chess. Behind the scenes, she's like, okay, look, if we need to get people out of office or whatever, let's go ahead and put in that work. So, she's being very diplomatic and strategic about a lot of stuff. So we got a real movement going on. We're corresponding with politicians down there in Ferguson with the Recall for Mike hashtag. We're corresponding with people. Shout out to my girl, Aki. Give Aki props. Aki's been helping out behind the scenes. Aki's been helping us put in work. Aki gave me the idea for doing the hashtag. Shout out to our sister Aki down in Texas. Beautiful sister Aki. So we got a real good movement going on about putting in work, about getting some tangible things done. Because what we're trying to do is get people out of office as a way to reprimand people, because we can have all the visuals and all that stuff, but if people are not getting reprimanded, they're not going to stop doing what they're doing. So people, you got to have consequences for people. And the consequences are, we're going to organize and get that ass up out of office. If you're going to let folks get shot and not arrest folks, it's time for you to get up out of office. So we're organizing, getting cats registered to vote. We're getting work done to get tangible results. Got it? Did you know this garbage ass Feminista Jones, who is such a damn agent? Did you know that Feminista Jones, Michelle Taylor, with her garbage ass, she's sneaking around on Twitter, people who are supporting the hashtag, she's going to them talking about, don't support that. Tariq is a misogynist. He don't like black women, girl. Did you know she's doing little sucker ass shit like that? Do you know she's doing little punk ass shit like that? We out here trying to stop folks from getting their brains blown out. This fool is getting on Twitter talking about, don't support that because Tariq insulted me. Spreading garbage, causing division. We out here trying to save lives. This is what, that woman, that ain't got nothing to do with black feminism. First of all, let's just be very clear. That ain't nothing to do with black. Feminista Jones is no feminist whatsoever. That's a goddamn agent. Everything that woman does It say it goes deeper than her. But dude, what'd you learn, Aki? But that's some real snake COINTELPRO shit. That goes beyond just you being a hater and a troll. That's some COINTELPRO agent shit. She's not a feminist. Jones is not a feminist at all. That's a damn agent pretending to be a feminist. That's not a feminist. That I'm so thoroughly convinced that that woman's an agent. That just removes all shadows of any doubt. That chick, dude, has done stuff repeatedly to assist white supremacy. I mean, just repeatedly done stuff to assist white supremacy with that whole street harassment thing, knowing that that's assisting the white supremacists with creating anti-black laws. This woman has consistently done things that assisted white supremacy and thwarted any black progress. That's why whenever we get any progress going, when we say, hey, let's build a black school, these agent provocateurs pretending to be feminists come out shitting on it. Don't support Umar Johnson's school. Don't y'all watch Hidden Colors. Don't y'all go down there and try to stop people from recalling these people out of office. You did what I'm saying? These people, man, and that's another thing, black folks, we got to understand when we have agents around us. There's a documentary, I think it's called The Spies of Mississippi. I think that's the name of it. Back in the 60s, something that's not talked about, family, out of all the people you saw marching in the civil rights movement and doing all these things in the civil rights movement, y'all rarely hear about all the people working behind the scenes, black folks, being used to thwart the efforts of black people. There's a great documentary about this right now. I think the name is called The Spies of Mississippi, but there were a lot of black people who were working behind the scenes against Dr. King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X. There was a lot of people working behind the scenes. This was in the 60s. Can you imagine how deep it is now? Can you really imagine how deep that shit is now that we have social networking? Don't think for a minute they're not using agents, man. They're using them online. They're using them at these marches. At the marches, dude, they were pointing out the people. And a lot of the agents, they didn't even bother getting black ones. They used white ones. You had white agent provocateurs all through Ferguson. They were pointing out dudes. You had random white cats out there about to throw Molotov cocktails at the cops. There was one dude that they caught. He was about to throw a brick at the cops. They were like, hey, this dude is not a protester. They ran his ass up out of there. Spies of Mississippi, y'all really need to see that. Dude, that Feminista Jones, a.k.a. Michelle Taylor, that is not a feminist whatsoever. That woman ain't got nothing to do with feminism. That woman is a damn agent. I believe that with the soul of my damn heart. That woman's a damn agent, dude. Everything she does thwarts any type of black progress, any type of black accomplishments. Everything she does assists white supremacy. And I think she and all the other screen names she used, these are paid informants, dude. These are paid agent provocateurs. These are paid agent provocateurs, dude. We got to be serious about who these people are. And they're put there to thwart the efforts. And another thing, too, the white supremacist trolls. You notice whenever you talk about, there was an article, I think, that came out in The Root today talking about the white supremacist trolls. Whenever you see something talking about a black issue, there's throngs of white supremacist trolls with fake Twitter profiles making real greasy comments about black folks, really trying to detour your energy. They're trying to detour your energy. And they're trying to waste your time, because if you're bickering back and forth with them, you're not going to be focused on what you need to do. What's up, man? I'm in Detroit right now, Napalm. I'm in Detroit right now. No, Billy, I think some of them are, no, I really think some of them are paid. Some might be doing it for free. I think some of these people are paid, dude. Some of these people are paid. Some of these people are paid. And there was an article about that. I mean, this is not even a secret. There was an article talking about Operation Sock Puppet, where the government admits to hiring trolls and people to troll internet boards. Yeah, I do know about Steve Coakley. We were going to have Steve Coakley in one of the Hidden Colors movies before he died. Steve Coakley was the truth. We just didn't get a chance to get him because our brother died. We got 1,500 plus people in here. We're in here deep. Everybody right now, I want everybody who's here right now, it's going to take 3 seconds. Go to Twitter, type in the hashtag recall for Mike. That's the hashtag right there, family. We got 1,500 people in there. We should have 1,500 tweets right now. Y'all see that? I just typed that in. Recall for Mike. Because what we're trying to do, and when I get back to LA tomorrow, we're going to get real busy on that too. We're going to go deeper. We're trying to get some of the people down there recalled. We're going to be talking with our sister, who's a state rep down there, Jamila Nasheed, no relation, because she's already working to get the prosecutor out of there. So we're all on the same page, and that's the thing. And you know what's funny? A lot of the right wingers, they're upset because there's a movement of getting black people registered down there. They're like, oh, it's fueled by racism. Oh, wait a minute now. An election shouldn't be fueled by racial division. Bullshit. We're talking about racial protection right now. Because now people are getting mobilized. People are like, hey, we do need to get out here and register to vote so we can get these people out of here. Because my thing is, if we're going to vote, always have money or an agenda behind your vote. If you're going to vote, always have money or an agenda behind your vote. So when you go down here and you're registering the vote and you got a clear objective in mind, that's power. Because see, if you got an objective in mind, then you can get money mobilized behind that, and then everybody can get together and say, "Hey, look, we're going to raise money and get a politician of our liking and put him in office." The problem is in Ferguson, you've had people getting into office unopposed. You dig what I'm saying? So it's some real deep stuff, man. It's some real deep stuff. And what we're going to do also, I'm going to talk to some community leaders and activists down there to get some money together for some of the schooling, because I know a lot of the kids, because the schools were shut down, a lot of the kids were being taken to libraries because you want to get something together for the kids. Also, the brother Antonio down there, he's an alderman. I want to work with that brother on some stuff. So we're gonna get some paper. We getting shit together down there. We already got it in the works. We getting tangible things done. We're getting tangible things done. Like, hold on, what are we doing here? Hold on 1 second. Yes, indeed. Hold on, my thing is acted up. Hold on 1 second. Let me relaunch the chat room, everybody. And if y'all want to see last week's show, the last week's roasting was absolutely hilarious. The roasting from last week was absolutely hilarious. Okay, I see people with the recall for Mike. There you go. Hey, much respect to Rodney Johnson. Shout out to Crackhead Zombie, Celebrity McCall. A lot of people are tweeting right now. Shout out to my dude, Spoken Reason. I got to get the comedian Spoken Reason on the show. The good brother. That's my dude. Spoken Reasons is funny. We might have to do some comedy stuff together and write something for the brother. And what's funny, people want me to do the puppet, the tap dancing puppet, make that like a mini series on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing that. The puppet was funny as shit, man. The puppet was funny. The puppet was absolutely hilarious. And again, when I saw the puppet playback, dude, I was dying laughing at it because, again, it looked different when you see the playback. And I didn't know it was that funny. That shit was funny, man. That puppet was hilarious. So we might make that a series, like a little mini series on YouTube. So I'll keep you guys
Switching
posted on
car
that. Hold on.
insurance.
What is this? What is this?
Because these guys are the cheapest.
Hold on. Y'all wait for this commercial to go by.
Because a cut rate price could mean cut rate protection.
Get great protection and a great price.
Hold
Plus
on,
an
wait for the
agent.
puppet to
Get
go
a
by.
quote now and see how much you can save.
All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, fam. But yeah, I'm in Detroit right now, fam. Say don't drag the joke, but no, it's the whole everything about the puppet is funny. There's a whole bunch of shit. When I saw the puppet, I forgot that it was doing the puppet do. That's some funny shit. A puppet doing the Smurda dance is some funny shit, dude. The puppet doing the Smurda dance is hilarious. Man, speaking of the dude, and I'm not going to harp on dude because again, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But dude did a show or a video dissing Francis Cress Welsing. So, that's the kind of dude you're dealing with. And this is why the dude only has a couple of hundred listeners. And listening to this, he's going to probably play the victim role like I'm talking about him, which I'm whatever, man. But the dude, and I'm not going to roast the dude over and over again. I mean, I can only roast you. I can roast you a couple of good times and you're done. He's done. I mean, nobody's really taking that dude's. There's no way you can look at that dude and not see that puppet. There's no way in hell you can look at dude and not see the puppet. You dig what I'm saying? Man. There's no way you can not laugh when you see dude. There's no way you cannot laugh when you see dude, man. Yeah, the puppet episodes are going to be short. If I do the puppet episodes, it'll be short. It's not going to be a whole long thing. No. Got to be short to the point. Short and to the point. But the puppet is funny as shit. I got to bring that puppet back. Because this shit, because I done seen it about 5 times and I laugh my ass off every time I see it. Man. Yeah, I saw where the dude dissed Francis Cress Welsing. That was real tacky. But again, that's the dude got a problem, man. And that's why nobody really takes the dude seriously. The dude really don't have no listeners. The dude has to pay trolls to comment on his page. So it's just real. Some parts I was laughing. Y'all saw on the thing, I was laughing at some of the shit my damn self. Some of the shit was so funny, I'm laughing in the back. You dig? But hey, it is what it is. Man. But again, like I said, man, we got to watch out who these agents are in our community. Yeah. We got to watch out who these agents are in the community. You say, how do I feel about Crystal Wright? Nothing. Let me say this. People like Crystal Wright, I know y'all have seen this dude, Reverend Jonathan Gentry, I think that's his name. This dude who they're parading around on Fox News who's telling black people to stop, they shouldn't riot, and black people need to stop blaming white people. They'll always put any black person who spews that, they'll put them on TV at the drop of a hat. My thing is this. People like him, people like Larry Elder, people like Crystal Wright, just like Neely Fuller said, do not waste time shadow boxing with them because that's all you're doing. You're shadow boxing with people like that. You're shadow boxing with people like that because the thing is with the Crystal Wrights and the Larry Elder, there's a whole line of new Larry Elders waiting to step up. There's a whole plethora of Crystal Wrights ready to step up and take their places. At any given time, there's a whole line of these Reverend Jonathan Gentry. This dude has an S curl, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, my tech, stop typing the same thing, dude. I'm about to block you if you keep typing. I'm out of town. I'm in Detroit, dude. But like I was saying, a lot of these people, there's a whole line waiting in the Raptors of black folks ready to throw other black folks under the bus in order to get props and a pat on the head from the dominant society. So don't focus on those black people. I just make jokes of them and keep it pushing. Larry Elder is funny to me. Crystal Wright is funny. That's why we put all those people on the coon train. We just make a joke out of them and keep it pushing. They're jokes. They're not even anything to be taken. Do not have a serious conversation with those people. I wouldn't have a serious conversation with them to save my life. I would laugh them off if they put them on TV next to me. I wouldn't have a conversation that's serious about race. These people are paid to troll you. Larry Elder is always, no matter what you say, Larry Elder's job is to talk greasy about black folks. That's his job. Jesse Lee Peterson is a joke. Jesse Lee Peterson is a joke. Their job is to talk greasy about black people. They don't care what type of logic you bring. They don't care about making themselves look stupid. Their job is to talk greasy about black people. So they have no reputation to uphold. They're not dangerous at all. They're dangerous if you take them seriously. Larry Elder's not dangerous because we know what Larry Elder's job is. What Larry Elder does, he regurgitates white supremacist rhetoric, just like a lot of these other people do, so that the white supremacists don't get in trouble for saying that stuff. They figured out, hey, if we put Pat Robertson on TV, or we put too many white people on TV talking crazy about black folks, we're going to get labeled as racist. But if we get Larry Elder to say what we want to say, or if we get Crystal Wright to say what we want to say, or Jonathan Gentry to say what we want to say, then we can get away with saying it. So they're dangerous in that aspect because they're used by the dominant society. But my thing is this. When I see a black person talk greasy about other black folks, and usually it's a white supremacist or suspected white supremacist who put him up there to say it. It's usually a suspected white supremacist who put him up there to say it. Remember, you don't get on TV without them knowing what you're going to say. So my thing is, when I see a black person regurgitate white supremacist views, okay, I'm going to look right at the white supremacist, whoever the host of the show is, and I want to be like, okay, do you agree with what he's saying? That's what I want to know. Because a lot of suspected white supremacists, they like to do that. They like to regurgitate, they like to say a lot of racial stuff and then quote some black person. Well, Larry Elder said that black people need to do this. I'm like, okay. Larry Elder said that. So do you believe that? Well, Larry Elder, no, I don't care about what Larry Elder said. Do you believe that? Well, Dr. Martin Luther King said we should all forgive. And that's another thing. When they start playing the Dr. Martin Luther King card. Black people, I done told y'all a million. Will you please start calling people out when they play the Dr. Martin Luther King card? Dude, I've heard so much of the Dr. Martin Luther King rhetoric in the last few days because of the riots. Hey, you shouldn't riot. Dr. Martin Luther King said forgive and you shouldn't riot. And dude, Dr. King also said y'all need to give us reparations. Quote everything he said then. If you're going to quote Dr. King, quote all of what he said. They love quoting Dr. King and misquoting or picking and choosing the quotes. Dr. Martin Luther King said nonviolence. Well, you killed him. Shit. That didn't go over so well, did it? Since you want to point out how nonviolent he was, you killed him. So the nonviolent thing didn't really work for Brother King, did it? What's up, Perp? So it's real heavy stuff. We're in here heavy tonight. We are in here heavy. 1,500 people, heavy. But again, we're getting stuff organized down there in Ferguson. And again, what we want to do, we want to set a precedent for us in these communities all over the country to get our economy together, not just the economy, but also politicizing ourselves with our economy. We got to get busy, man. Bullshit time is over. Playtime is over, man. Playtime is over. Dude, there's a war going on against black folks right now. This shit is real. What's up, Ola? What's up, fam? Dude, there's a war going on right now. Law enforcement. Just think about this. In this country, the message that's being sent with these people raising so much money, if you kill a black person, not only, if you're a white person, you kill a black person, not only will you not go to jail, you'll get rich and you'll become a hero. These people, these suspected white supremacists, they're killing black people and getting rewarded for doing so. My man Zimmerman, walking around free as a bird, getting taken care of. He's a celebrity among white supremacists. Officer Darren Wilson has raised almost $500,000. This man has raised almost $500,000. And the people who've given him that money, they're very, very specific as to why they're giving it to him. They're saying, hey, look, we're giving it to him because he shot niggas. We keep shooting these niggas. We'll give you more money. And it's gotten so bad again. The international community is looking now. This is why, again, we need to start hollering at international press. We need to go international. We gotta go international here. We need to make more money or make more noise internationally. But Zimmerman, that was a fake story, King Maurice. That was a fake story. Zimmerman, he wasn't nowhere near no damn Ferguson. But again, like I said, man, white supremacy is a religion, dude. White supremacy is a religion, and what you do, it's a religion and it's a lottery. And I did a show a couple of weeks ago called the White Supremacy Lottery, where they pick random black people, kill them, and you become not only a hero, you literally get money. You not only become a hero, you get money. You get money for killing black people, dude. This shit is a lottery. That's an incentive for people who happen to be white supremacists to go out and become cops, and they figured out that you got diplomatic immunity. If you are a white supremacist and you want to go kill black folks, become a cop, and you can hide your white supremacist mentality behind that, and you can get away with it. And we're pouring buckets of damn ice on our heads. That's inappropriate behavior. That's inappropriate behavior. Just reach out to them, man. That's how you do it. You write to them, email them, reach out to them in groups. That's another thing. We got to form groups, packs, and then reach out as a group. Hey, we're this organization. We want to get our message to the international community. That's how you do things. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in Dallas. Let me give a special shout out to our brothers and sisters in Dallas, because down there in Texas, among other places, these low-key white supremacist groups are trying to go around to these black neighborhoods and do these little open carry marches. And I told y'all about that weeks ago, about these groups going into these black areas, acting like they're trying to help the community, but walk around with their guns out in the open. But what they're really doing is trying to case the community to see how much they can get away with. Some brothers out there in Dallas, shout out to the Huey P. Newton Gun Club in Dallas. Man, find them brothers, give them a donation if you're down there in Dallas. Those brothers said, hell no, you ain't coming in here with that shit. Them brothers got their guns and said, if you marching, we're marching too. Shout out to them brothers for standing up for their neighborhood. Much respect to them brothers and sisters in Dallas. Dallas is about that life I'm starting to see. Brothers and sisters in Dallas are about that life. When we did the screening of Hidden Colors 3, Dallas sold out faster than any other city. Dallas sold out faster than any other city. We've been sleeping on Dallas. We got some riders out there in Dallas. That's not taking away from anybody in Houston. We got some riders out there in Dallas. I got to get down there in Dallas and politic with the brothers and sisters down there. But them brothers and sisters in Dallas said, fuck all of that. You ain't marching up in our neighborhood with that shit. We gonna all be marching that day. The white supremacists said, well, we might have to reschedule. You're damn right you're gonna have to reschedule. Much respect to Dallas. Much respect to Dallas.
Meat.
These commercials keep popping up. Sorry about
They
that,
like
fam.
to put A1 on pork, but not beans.
I wish I could
They
turn
also
the
like to
volume
sit
down
the
on the
same side of
commercials.
You don't have to like everything the McTaggarts
Hold on one
like.
second.
Put A1 on whatever you want.
Hold on.
For almost everything. Almost.
All right, sorry about that.
This is Martin.
Hold on,
He
y'all,
likes
damn.
to put A1 on burgers, but not
Hold
veggie
on, these
kebabs.
commercials
He
popping
also
up, dude.
likes That's What She Said jokes. That's what she said. You don't have to like
'Cause I'm on my
everything
other
Martin
computer. My
likes.
computer
Put
at the
A1
house,
on whatever you want.
I got like an
A1
ad
for
blocker
almost
on there. I got to put
everything.
one on this
Almost.
computer too. All right. There you go. Yes, indeed. Big ups to those brothers down there. Yes, indeed. Dallas is about that life, man. A woman got gunned down in Macon. Dude, I saw a sister get pulled over by the police. What city was that? She was in the car with her children. This is how bold the police have gotten. This sister was in the car with her children. I mean, her children are like 6 and 8 years old. The cops draw guns on the black woman, pull her out the car, handcuff her because they said that the car fit a description for a stolen vehicle or something, but the car didn't even fit it wasn't even the right car. Dude, this story really pissed me the fuck off. They pulled the sister out the car, and she didn't do nothing. This is a total innocent sister. Pulled her out the car at gunpoint, pulled the kids out of the car, basically at gunpoint. The kids are 6 years old coming out the car with their goddamn hands up. This woman's kids, like a 6-year-old kid, with the kid is with the hands up, getting out the car. And you want to pour buckets of damn ice on your head. And there's a video of that, by the way. There's a video of it. So it wasn't, I thought it was in Dallas. But yeah, it was the sister and her family, man. I forgot what city it was in. What's Lexi doing? Yeah, hold on. It's Peanut texting me. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Man. Yeah, the Huey P. Newton thing was in Dallas. I remember specifically. It was in South Dallas. And somebody just showed the link. The Huey P. Newton Gun Club. I think there was another situation in Houston too. There was another situation because I saw some brothers and sisters in Houston too. I'm not taking nothing away from Houston because there were some brothers and sisters in Houston too who were like, "Look, y'all can't come up in here with that." But I know in Dallas, the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, they were real organized with theirs. They got their shit on lock. They're real organized too. But I know in Houston too, they got a gun club. I don't know if they got a specific gun club, but I know some brothers and sisters showed up with their guns too out there in Houston and said, "Hey, y'all can't come up here in the Fifth Ward with that." Oh yeah, Dinesh D'Souza, he's another one. He's another one who says a lot of slick shit about black folks. And that's another thing with the whole Fox News crowd. Another thing, what they do, instead of getting just black shills to regurgitate white supremacy, what they'll do, they'll get a person of another, like a person of color, like a Filipino or an East Indian, to regurgitate their white supremacist views, to make it sound more scientific. Because the thing is, with Larry Elder Larry Elder, to truth be told, the white supremacists don't take Larry Elder seriously. That's the thing. To truth be told, the Jonathan Gentry, deep on some real shit, they know he's a coon. They don't take him seriously. They don't take these. When Larry Elder's like, well, black people need to stop doing it, they're like, okay. They're like, hey, I'm glad he's saying it, but oh, this nigga's such a fucking coon. That's what they're thinking. They're looking at him. You can see it in their faces. They have a look off. When the Jonathan Gentry guy was on Fox talking all that goofy stuff about black folks rioting and how black people are their own worst enemy and all that, you can look at the Fox News people. They looked embarrassed. You can kind of see the embarrassment on their faces for having this goofy ass dude on there. They're like, okay, I hope, okay, this is, he's cooning so hard, I don't know if this is even believable. But with Dinesh D'Souza, he can kind of make his racism sound more scientific. You dig? He can kind of make it sound more scientific because he can pretend to be more objective. Like, okay, I'm not a black person trying to get props or trying to play the coon role. I have a deep concern about issues that affect the country. So he can kind of play it off a little bit better. But it's real heavy stuff. Let me get the phone number. Let me get a couple of calls in a minute. The number is 818-850-5404. He's always like that, R. Ward. That's the link for the sister who got pulled over with her kids. But again, what we need to do, man, black folks, we got to start getting business minded. And again, that's all over the place. Let me talk to my younger folks because again, a lot of older black folks are just kind of set in their ways. My teenagers out there, my younger people, we got to get you to be more business minded. We got to get you to be more business minded and thinking about ownership. It has to boil down to us owning stuff and utilizing our money to build an economy. Because we have this mentality where it's just all about tricking our money off and we don't have no kind of power, no kind of resources, no kind of economic base. I'm out here in Detroit. I'm listening to some of the radio stations out here in Detroit. And I'm driving to some of my old spots where I used to live as a kid and places I used to come visit in the summertime to visit my aunts and my cousins. And these places, it was damn near heartbreaking to see some of the places. The houses are torn down. The park where we used to play is all fucked up. And there is no economic base within the black community. There are black businesses, though. There are black businesses, but there's not enough. You have a lot of Arab-run businesses out here. And when I listen to the radio station, the clubs are just, they got a club every damn night popping out here. Come to this club in Detroit. Come to that club in Detroit. Come to this club, is going to be popping. That club is going to be popping. We having a G-string and thong night. We're having a twerk contest. That every other commercial is the club, pop bottles, twerk contest, G-string contest. Oh man, the radio here, I love Detroit, but the radio here is ratchet. They had it was one commercial on 107 point something. It was like some shit about a weave, like girl, get your weave, girl, some shit. The place where you get your weave from, I hope it's a black-owned spot. Because they got like weave commercials out here. And I'm like, I hope. I'm not, if anything's black-owned, I'm not knocking it. If it's black-owned, I don't give a fuck what it is. Just get it. Just buy it from somebody black. But it was a get your weave commercials. It's real ratchet. The ratchetness is heavy. But in Detroit, man, this factories, just dilapidated factories, torn down. Man, cats need. black folks gotta pool their resources, get this shit, and flip it and get an economic base. We really need to get an economic base, man. What you need, he said, where can we learn about business? I want everybody right now. If you, first of all, get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. Go to Amazon right now. First of all, if you want to learn business or solutions to starting businesses and creating an economic base, get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. Especially 2 and 3. We really get deep about economics in 2 and 3. Get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3 at Amazon right now. Also, what you do on Amazon, get these books by Dr. Claude Anderson. If you want to know about black economics, get Claude. Claude Anderson was in Hidden Colors 2. Get the book Black Labor, White Wealth. Get the book Powernomics. Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics. These are easy to read books. The game in these books are heavy. Claude Anderson is the truth. This brother breaks down the economic game on what we need to do. This brother just lays the blueprint out, bro. Powernomics is the truth. The brother talks about how, man, we need to be into farming, growing our food, reaching out, networking with Africa to get raw resources. Man, there's so much stuff we need to be doing, dude, that we can do. Also, what we also need to do in order to start businesses, you lobby some of these government agencies. Because the thing is, welfare food stamps, that ain't shit. Do what these other groups do. They get business loans and they say, hey, look, we're this organization. We need to get a loan to start a business. There's money and resources to get business loans. Our problem, and this is the major problem, we don't want to be on that black shit. We don't want to own up to being black. That's our problem. We don't want to say, hey, look, as black people, this is what we need for us as black people. We get shamed out of doing that. We get out here talking about, well, can we get some minority businesses? We start talking about minority because we're scared to say black because we're scared to be labeled as racist for saying, hey, let's do something for black folks. When we start talking about minority businesses, you know what happens? Arabs come along, Asians come along, and get all of the loans and the funds and the set-asides that's supposed to be allocated for us. See, we'll get out there and we'll take the hose pipes and we'll get beat down with the dog sicked on us, and we're sitting here bloodied and bruised, like, okay, can we get those benefits? Come on, man, let's get it for everybody. And we're the only ones with bruises and rubber bullet wounds and stabs, and we got all the bumps and bruises. Then everybody else comes in and gets all the loans and gets all of the minority business financing. So we got to get off that shit. We got to start saying, hey, this is what we need. We want this as black people. As black people, we want this. We're scared to say black. We're afraid to say black. Earlier today, when I put up the tweet and the Instagram photo about black people doing this whole ice bucket thing, do you know how many black people were talking about, oh man, come on, man, everything, come on, it's all about unity, man. Come on, dude, unity. Come on, we can represent other people. Man, we can advocate stuff for other people too. People were arguing us down about advocating for the ALS thing. Black people will cut their fucking or cut your throat to fight for other groups of people. You will slit a motherfucker's throat to fight for another group of people except yourself. You fight for everybody except your damn self. Black people were defending that ALS disease thing. Dude, let me tell y'all something. The ALS people, they're going to be fine. Black people are always taking an ass whooping for some other group. That massa we sick, that's that massa we sick shit. Oh, Massa sick? Where's give me I got Massa sick? Give me this. I got an ice bucket, Massa. We sick, Massa? Massa got ALS? I pour ice on my head for you, Massa. Oh Lord, no, Massa. I's got ain't no more ice in here, Massa. I's go get some, no. The fuck out of here, man. That's that slave mentality. That's that slave mentality. Ola, let me make you a mod real quick. Where you at, Ola? Because there's some people in here I need to get up out of here real quick. Ola, where you at, man? Let me get Ola on the case. Where you at, Ola? Let me get Aki as a mod too. Hold on. Aki, I made you a mod too, so we can get some of these trolls up out of here. Ola, where you at, man? Let me get 2 mods in here tonight. There you go. There you go. I see Ola. All right. So Ola and Aki are the mods right now to get some of these people out of here. But again, that whole thing, man, we got to get off that whole Massa we sick thing. Black folks will fight tooth and nail to jump on somebody else's cause. And none of these people are really caping for you. None of these people are saying, hey, let us help you not get brutalized by police.
Do you remember when you and I used to
Damn
go
these
to
commercials.
No.
Hold on,
Actually,
this
no.
commercial.
What 33 points?
Wait, what?
Hold on, these commercials are killing me. I got to get ad blocker on this computer. Hold on.
I don't care that you're a vampire. I
One
love
second.
you.
We're going to get some calls in
In
a
a
minute.
world that
Hold on.
revolves around your kids, how about a little something for you? Oscar Mayer selects.
Yeah,
Made with
these
100%
commercials are
Angus
killing the
beef and
game.
no artificial preservatives. It's grown-up food. It's
All right,
Oscar
long
Mayer.
ass commercial. Goddamn. Okay, these commercials long as hell.
I don't care that you're a
Tariq,
vampire.
Yeah, what's up, man? Who is this?
what's going
In a
on, man?
world
This
that
man
revolves
Tony
around your
Jazz,
kids,
man.
how about
How you doing, man?
I have a shout out.
Oscar Mayer
Okay, hold on. This
selects.
commercial, man. These goddamn commercials are messing up the flow of the show. But what's on your mind, fam?
What's on my mind is about, like, what's going on in St. Louis. The
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah,
You know, the ACL thing, you know, I have my boy arguing about, like, well, it's only 30 seconds of, you know, distraction. It's still distraction. You don't understand.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? People
yeah.
with the ACL, like, listen, I told them, we were talking on Facebook, I'm like, listen, you see these A-Rap stores, all these different stores in the community, in the black community, the majority of black community.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying, brother?
yeah, yeah.
The black community, A-Raps ain't supporting us.
At all.
They buying from us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, I'm out here in Detroit, dude. This is Arab Business City, dude. I done been in a whole bunch of Arab bulletproof glass stores out here, where you got to scream through a glass to talk to a motherfucker out here. There's a whole bunch of them out here, man. It's real heavy. But thanks for the call, fam. Man, but again, man, our problem right now, dude, we live in a system of white supremacy. That's something, man. Black people can play games with that as much as they like, but we live in a system of white supremacy. You live in a system where you're militarily controlled. Wait. Am I here? Hold on. Wait. Do y'all see me? Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on 1 second. What the hell? Hold on. All right. I thought somebody was like, I didn't pay my bill. I'm like, what happened? Shit. Y'all see me. Everything is cool, right? All right. Can y'all wait? Hold on. Everything is good? Okay. Somebody was saying, I saw somebody say something about I didn't pay a bill or whatever. But is it like pull yourself up by your bootstrap? I don't understand what that means. I don't quite. My man made a statement about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. I didn't quite get the context of what you were saying. I don't understand what you meant by that. But it's all about really creating an economic base, because we don't really have a choice. Because when people start talking that bootstrap stuff, look, we live in a system of white supremacy that attacks us. So first of all, you got to acknowledge that. You got to acknowledge that there's people in the dominant society who are working against us. We got to acknowledge that. Yes, Powernomics is a good book for those who want to start businesses. And the thing is, look, we got a system where we're militarily controlled. See, the thing is, when we talk about systematic white supremacy, it's all about how is that being backed up. It's being backed up militarily. That's why there's a military that backed up Officer Darren Wilson. This dude was protected militarily. A whole city was under siege for a week militarily. One dude was protected by a military. And I mean literally the National Guard, tanks, army vehicles to protect one suspected white supremacist. He was protected militarily. You understand? And the thing is, when you don't have an economic base, when you don't have political contacts, that's what happens. There's a reason why President Barack Obama will not speak out about all of this police brutality going on around the country with black people. Black people are being attacked almost every other day by law enforcement. Black women are getting beat up. Black people are getting choked, killed by law enforcement all around the country. And it's starting to make international news. And President Barack Obama, have you noticed? He has not said anything against police brutality. Have you noticed that? Barack Obama has not said anything against police brutality of black people. Do you know why? The reason why Barack Obama has not said anything against police brutality? Because the police union, the National Police Union, was one of his biggest supporters. They supported Barack Obama. Please look up what I'm saying to you. The National Police Union, which is a very important voting bloc because they vote as a bloc. They have like 300,000 members of the National Police Union. They vote as a bloc. So they can kind of sway an election one way or another. You understand? So they vote as a bloc and they put their money together as a bloc. Look, Obama been sold you out. If we're going to look at it like that. Dude, Barack Obama has no camaraderie with the black community, dude. Barack Obama has no camaraderie. We keep saying when he sold us out, he has no camaraderie with the black community, dude. That's just a fact of reality. That's just a fact of reality, dude. The thing is, we thought that, okay, well, we black, he's black. We know he's going to look out. No. Nope. Not at all. This dude, it takes money. We should have came in with an agenda. When you didn't have an agenda, all of these other groups had an agenda. When the police force vote and go in as a bloc, that's their agenda. They're like, look, we, the police force, we back you. So when we get in trouble, you back us, or the next time the Democrats are not going to get our vote. See, they punish them in the future. They let them know, look, if you don't represent us, we're not going to represent your party. You dig? That's why in the gay community said, okay, we got our money together. We're going to represent you, President Obama. This is why Barack Obama, not only does he speak up for gay issues, he will punish other countries for being so-called anti-gay. African countries. Barack Obama has threatened African countries for being so-called anti-gay. Like Uganda, y'all better stop that anti-gay stuff out. We're going to take away stuff from you. We're not going to rock with you if you're going to have these views about gay people. But this guy, he will not say anything about black people in America getting beat up right here by police officers. Not just beat up, getting killed. You got police officers killing innocent, unarmed black people. Police officers beating up innocent, unarmed black women. Police officers drawing guns on 6-year-old black children. And our president is not saying anything about it. That's a shameful thing. And we want to pour buckets of damn ice on our heads for a disease we don't even get. Hold on, it's Peanut. Hold on 1 second. Peanut is watching. She's at my dad. Hold on. For Mike. Let's get some calls in here. It's very shameful. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, what's going on, Tariq? This is Los.
What's up, Los? Where you calling from, fam?
I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
There you go, man. What's the word out there in D.C.?
We all right, man. Hey, I had a question, man. I want to get your comment on all of these black dudes that like black people. I was arguing with a couple of my boys, man. They taking up for the police officer who killed Mike Brown. Talking about, man, Mike Brown stole it out of the store, and he beat the police officer up, pushed him in the car. This is another black man taking up for a white police officer. I told him, you're a disgrace to your race, man. And the Italians, they kill people for shit like that, don't they?
Yeah. There's the thing. You can't turn on them. And even just white people in general, they don't let you. You can't. If a white person goes around black people throwing other white folks under the bus, the white community don't play like that. He can't really go back and act like everything is cool. They get punished for that. They don't really play games like that. But again, we live in a system of white supremacy, so a lot of black people are afraid. So it's easier to say, well, Mike Brown deserved it, than it is to say, well, white supremacy is something that I don't really know what to do about. It's easier to take the coon route because a lot of black people don't know what to do and are not willing to do anything when they do figure out what to do, because you can protect yourself from certain forms of systematic white supremacy. That's by creating an economic base. But a lot of black people are just not willing to do that. We have this slave mentality where it's just cool to work for other people and just let them give us stuff instead of saying, hey, we need to control some things.
That fucked me up, man, to hear another black man agreeing with the white dude who just killed this black, the young black brother for no reason. It's another black man that doing that. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That I got to argue with them. I mean, we almost start fighting behind this shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, brother, you need to go commit suicide or something, man, or turn white or something.
Yeah.
And he listening to the show right now, so I'm glad, you commented on that.
No doubt. Much respect, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are in here heavy. How many people? We got, 1,500 people in here still? Okay, who is this? A lot of folks calling. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
What's up, fam? Who is this?
What's going on? It's Carlos, Cleveland, Ohio.
What's up? Your name is Carlos?
Yeah.
What's up, Carlos? How you doing, fam?
I'm all right. How you, man?
I'm good. What's on your mind, Carlos?
Nothing much, man. I want to call in and talk about the ALS challenge, man. I had a few friends call me out on it, man, and I almost did the shit, man, so I really thought about it, man, and I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck that, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Our people out here getting killed, man, and niggas want to play games, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throw water on them and shit.
Yeah,
so
because
I'm real happy I didn't fall for it.
Good, because that's it's something that's trendy. Whatever people in the dominant society tell us is cool to do, we jump on it and not even know what the hell we're doing it for. And to me, that's it's a distraction, dude. It's a distraction. We got bigger fish to fry than worry about a disease that we don't even get. And again, not to disrespect anybody else, but we need to fix what we got going on before we worry about somebody else's disease. You feel me?
Right, exactly. Because ain't nobody really rushing to help us out at all. And in fact, you got people going against us and shit. So
absolutely.
Fuck the ice bucket challenge.
Yes, indeed. Me too, man. I'm not even thinking about that shit right now. But thanks for the call, man. And another thing, there was some girl trying to argue with me on Instagram about this. She was talking about, well, with that attitude, Tariq, what about AIDS? If white people were like, we're not going to, AIDS is a black disease, and if white people say we're not going to support AIDS because we don't get it, wouldn't that be racist? So, I had to give her that work. I said, ooh, good question. Now sit your ass down so I can give you a great answer. Number one, AIDS was created as a population control mechanism for black people. That's number one, by the white supremacists. So let's be very clear on that. Let's be very clear on that, because the Tuskegee experiment, that wasn't good enough. The Tuskegee experiment, which they've owned up to, they've already admitted to creating for black folks, it didn't work like it was supposed to. So they created AIDS in 1969. It's very well documented. Number one, you dig? So going into Africa to help with AIDS, they ain't helping with nothing. They're spreading it. Now they're trying to spread Ebola, which is a bigger version of AIDS, which we talked about earlier with Brother Tahuti. And Ebola, they pretend that there's no cure until 2 white people caught it. Then magically, they had a cure for those 2 white people. I saw the white people on TV the other day. Yeah, man, that Ebola, woo. Man, that Ebola was a beast. But I feel great now. So magically, you got the cure. All of a sudden, 2 white people get Ebola, and magically they have a cure, but they only got enough for 2 people. Get all the way the fuck out my face with that. Number one. And then number two, when we talk about AIDS, most of the new AIDS cases are coming out of Eastern Europe. So deal with your own people if that's the case. So we shut her up real quickly. What is she saying? What's up, Peanut? Just the hashtag. And again, we're going to get some money raised for the people down there in Ferguson. That's why I'm talking to people down there to see everything we need. So when we get this money going, everybody's going to get hit up. Everybody. The school, politicians, so the business people, because I know some people down there, the brother Antonio down there is getting the businesses popping, the alderman down there, he's getting some businesses popping. We're going to start hitting everybody up. We getting this thing popping. So I'm going to let people know when we get the donation thing going for Ferguson, for the Mike Brown. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's for the recall for Mike thing. Again, we're just trying to get all of our political chips in order so we can go ahead and get stuff executed. And we're getting tangible things done. So again, don't trip on these trolls trying to thwart our efforts. Because we're going to get stuff knocked the hell out. We're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done quickly. Because one thing I don't sit up and say I'm going to do some shit week or year after year.
When it came to making olive oil,
hold on.
Dario knew it better be good.
Hold on,
and
fam.
One day he learned what his olive oil
Hold
could
on.
do for food. It could also do for hearts.
Okay, sorry about that. I just went on and took that down. All right. But like I was saying, man, one thing I don't sit up and get paper and then say I'm going to do something and then... No. I do things very expeditiously. I'm thinking about doing that too, Aki. I'm thinking about doing like a screening of Hidden Colors 3 down there in St. Louis, a screening, then lecture to bring everybody out so we can politic and just chop up game and figure out what we need to do. Aki, if you guys can find out, and you too, Ola, somewhere in St. Louis, a facility that we can get out there where we can have a screening and a lecture in the St. Louis area, where we can have a screening and a lecture. We can find a facility that's close to Ferguson where we can have a screening and a lecture and really, really chop it up out there. Yeah, because we're going to get some stuff popping. We're going to get it done. We're going to get some shit done. Oh yeah. That's a good idea. Make it seem like I'm taking donations for the cops and really do it for Mike Brown. That would be funny. Yeah, use the money to get the police force up out of there. Yeah, we do. That's why we need to take a page from the brothers down there in Texas. The brothers down there in Texas, they got the right idea. The brothers in Dallas, the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, they got the right idea. Let's see who we got. Look like we got somebody from the D calling up. What's up? Who's calling?
It could seem like I'm taking donations for the
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, who is this?
This is Celebrity again from Phoenix. How you doing?
Hey, Celebrity, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Did you hear about the lady they killed here in Phoenix like 2 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. Then they paraded her casket down to City Hall or to the police station, didn't they?
Yeah, that lady. I don't know the full story, but the police knocked on the door, and she wouldn't let them in. I don't know if she had a mental illness. I don't know.
Right, because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the woman was mentally ill. And what exactly happened?
She wouldn't come out. They went to the car and got their heavy equipment, took her door off the hinges, went in there and shot her in the chest.
God damn, man.
Yeah, dude. They shot her in the chest. And it's bad. It's bad. Man. It's bad all over.
All over, man. And what we gotta do, we gotta sit down, man, as a whole nation of black folks and politic on what we need to do, because they're at war with us, man. They're killing men, women, and children, man. So we got to come up with some real strategies, for real.
Right. What about a boycott for Christmas? I'm thinking that would hit them hard if we just push real hard, but no, because people talking about, well, let's not go to work, let's not do this. That's gonna cost us money if we just don't spend money for Christmas. Challenge is what I say. Don't do Christmas at all. Nobody spend money in Christmas. Had them soldiers at them stores embarrassing them black people that dare go in them stores, and shut this shit.
And that's one possibility. And also what we have to do, the thing is, when you boycott, you also got to replace. See, that's the thing, because you got to replace it with something. That's why we got to get our business game in order. That's why we got to get our economic base in order. That's why we got to start creating stuff to replace things that we boycott. So we boycott a supermarket, we need to replace it with our own food sources, because we still need to eat. We still need to get dressed. So we got to think about economic empowerment. And there's no way around it. But I'm feeling your passion and your energy, sister. And thank you for the call.
Yeah. And wait, hold on. You know, Claude Anderson tried to put together something in Detroit. I'm from Detroit.
Yes.
And the city council fought him tooth and nail. He had to pull out. He was ready to put them factories up. He was ready to build houses and get so the people could work near the fish factories and stuff. It was going to call it Africa Town. Man, them black city council people fought Claude Anderson tooth and nail. He had to pull out. He was like, I can't stay here. I got other people I got to try to save. I got to go.
I heard about that, man. I heard about that. Now, what was their basis of fighting him on that? What was their whole thing?
Well, we can't just have something for black
right.
people. You from Detroit, I'm from Detroit. You know, they got Pole Town, they got Mexican Town,
Greek Town.
They got every other town in the world. Greek Town. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy, man. These man.
He had to throw his hands. He had to keep it moving.
Man. But thanks for the call, sister.
Right.
Man. Oh yeah, I remember Claude Anderson talking about that. My brother Claude Anderson, he was Claude is the truth, man. That's why I say y'all got to get Claude Anderson's books. But when you start talking about black empowerment, when you start talking about, hey, it's time for us to build our own. Do you notice the coons come out of the woodworks? These coons, man, this is why you don't take them seriously, but take them serious enough when they come in trying to thwart our efforts. Because those coons, at the end of the day, when the community is just dilapidated like the heart of Detroit is, when it's raggedy, these coons are somewhere quietly counting their little money that they got for sabotaging the efforts of black folks. See, these coons get little kickbacks. These little politicians, they get little kickbacks from those in the dominant society for thwarting the efforts of the black community. That's why they put these people in city council positions. That's why they put them in city council positions. They need to be ashamed of themselves. And Detroit, the heart of Detroit is the way it is right now. Because the Claude was on the right path, man. We should have had Africa Town and just a whole row of black businesses out here. We should have had just a whole center of nothing but black businesses. Not just here in Detroit, but in every city where there's a population of black people, there should be a black town, an Africa Town. In every city, in Atlanta needs to have a whole street of nothing but black businesses. All black businesses in Atlanta. There's no reason that shit shouldn't exist in Atlanta right now. All the black folks in Atlanta, all the money y'all be giving to them strip clubs. I go down to Atlanta, there's a circle around the damn strip joints. There should be no reason why there's not a whole plethora of black businesses. You get black security. If get your bulletproof glasses, talk to them through those bulletproof glasses, and do real legitimate business. We got to get on that business tip, family. Philly, we got to get on that. Yes, Claude Anderson was in Hidden Colors too. Yeah, the Africans, now they'll come over and get it. That's why you have Little Ethiopia. They'll come over and get it popping. Dude, yeah, and don't worry about what they're going to call it. Because that's another thing. Black people get shamed by the white supremacists. Because what happens is that when black people start, the minute you start talking about black empowerment, the white supremacists will start getting in your ear. Black empowerment, that's kind of racist, isn't it? Why does it have to be black empowerment? If I said it, if I was talking about white empowerment, you would call me a racist, wouldn't you? They run that game on you. And stop letting people run that con game on you. Just let them know, hey, it ain't about racism. It's all about creating an economic base to protect myself because you ain't looking out for me. At the end of the day, you're not looking out for me. Nobody's really looking out for us. Everybody has their community but us. Everybody has their little communities but black Americans. So you ain't got to say white town. It's a given that it's white town. And also, if you're a person, if you preface something as white, usually anything that's prefaced as white is usually based in white supremacy. Usually anything with the white supremacist ideology, automatically they mean to do some type of harm to black folks. Anything that's prefaced as white this, white that, automatically their ideology is used to harm black people at the end of the day. Black empowerment, we ain't trying to harm anybody. We're just trying to create an economic base that the dominant society are pretty much are not letting us get. So we just want to get it on our own. But we need little Africas all over the place. What's up, Black Messiah? He said, I'm not being realistic. Where are we supposed to get these items from? Nigga, are you serious? Okay. Now, Black Messiah, you trolling or is that a real question? Because we're talking real talk here. Now, I really want to know if that's a real question or you just saying something for attention. Where do we get the capital? All right, let's start there. Which answer do you want first? We got the capital. Dude, we spend over $1 trillion a year as a community. What do you mean where we going to get the capital? We got it. We just don't spend it with each other. We got the capital. Where you going to get it? Dude, I've been to Malaysia. They'll sell you their hair in Malaysia. There's no reason why there shouldn't be 1 million black-owned weave shops or hair beauty supply stores. If you want weave, go to Malaysia and get it. I've seen the hair shop. They just chop their shit off. You can go to somebody in Malaysia on the streets and say, hey, I'll give you $20 for your hair. Okay, yeah, cut it off and give it to you. It's not that hard to get hair in Malaysia or any parts of Asia or India. They'll be glad to give it to you, sell it to you. It's easy as cake. Black folks just don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to deal with people internationally. Dude, get land, grow fruit. What you do, get land. Here's a whole big field, a farm, or whatever. Put seeds in the ground, put water on it, grow your fruit, sell it. Sell it to whoever. Farm animals. Grow your animals, grow chicken, kill them, wash them, package them, sell them. Claude Anderson has fish. This brother does fish farming. Put fish, catch them, because black people buy and eat a lot of fish. That's why Claude Anderson got into the fish business. Black people get a lot of fish. You get fish, get that shit, package it, clean it, wrap it up, put a price tag on it, sell your fish. This ain't rocket science, dude. We can do all this stuff. Dude, I was talking about on my last show. It was some brothers in Chicago. Shout out to these brothers. They got food trucks. You get you a food truck, you rent one, buy one. A food truck, you get one for what, 20 grand? Or you can pay on one, just like a regular car. If you can buy a drop top Benz or whatever the nigga vehicle is for this month, or candy paint with rims, and you can buy all that. You can put $15,000-$20,000 in a car with candy paint, with Cheetos on the side, or some nigga coon shit, whatever they roll around in this week. You can get that same 15, 20,000, get you a food truck, get one of your partners who can barbecue real good, get your mama who makes sweet potatoes, whoever, in that truck, park that bitch, and fry you some fish sandwiches, some buffalo wings, and get you some paper. Dude, there's money out there sitting around waiting on us. We just don't want to be the ones in control to get it. We got this thing where we feel like if somebody else ain't hiring us, it's just we don't have confidence in ourselves as a collective, and that's the problem. You got to start depending on yourself. Man, right here in Detroit, dude, there's abandoned buildings all over the goddamn place. I know these spots are dirt cheap. Dude, get some of these buildings instead of the Arabs just coming on in. Dude, if you're trapping Debo, all these dudes popping bottles at the club, dude, get you some food. Deal with food importers. Get you a storefront, rent it out, what, 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, however much it costs. The same amount dudes be spending at the club popping bottles. Get you some shelves, stock that shit up with food, get your business license, get you security. If you need a bulletproof glass, get a bulletproof glass. Sell products, man. It's not hard to do. Yeah, I'm getting into that too, DP. Creating the mobile games. I'm getting into that too. I got some games coming out that I'm working with some game developers overseas in China and India. So I got a whole bunch of shit in the woodworks. They're good. There's some few food trucks locally owned. There you go. How can you import if you don't own? You can import because you don't need to own a shipping company to import. You don't need no shipping company. You don't need to own one. If you buy something from China, you can get it shipped here. Because I get stuff made over in China. Some of my clothes get made over there that I sell. They ship it over with no problem. They ship it over with everybody else's stuff. My shit gets shipped over with Tommy Hilfiger, all the stuff that he gets made in China, and Tommy Hilfiger and Polo, because all of they got factories in China. I work with the same factories. They ship it all on the same boat. Oh yeah, I got another Mackish package coming soon. We got a back to school Mackish package. We're probably having next week because a lot of folks have been asking about a back to school Mackish package. So we're gonna have one possibly next week. So this coming week, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Because that's the thing, man. A lot of people they do business overseas. People, you got to start getting international. When I'm overseas, I'm politicking, man. When I'm in Thailand and Malaysia and all of these places, I'm politicking with folks. So we just got to have the will to do it, man. And also we got to present our stuff a certain way when we step up in the arena. Let's give good service. Let's present our stuff in a very professional way. Don't half-ass present it and say, okay, well, shit, nigga, it's black owned. You're supposed to support it. No, don't do that. We talked about that in Hidden Colors 3. Step it up, man. Make it fly. Just like with customer service. I was at a restaurant today that had shitty customer service. Black owned, good food. And again, that's a problem with a lot of places. I had the same problem in New York. At Sylvia's, food was good, very shitty service. And that's the thing. Black folks, and I'm not going to stop going to the spot just because the service is a little shitty, because again, we can't sit up and complain about black service being shitty and there's an Arab talking to us with a bulletproof glass and a finger on a pistol. So that's shitty service too. We're not getting any better service at the Arab or the Asian business. But the thing is, with the black business, what you do, just like Claude Anderson said, holler at the management and say, hey, we want to support your establishment, but we gotta, you gotta kind of step it up a little bit. I don't want to wait 45 minutes for my food. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can step it up a little bit, that would be great. Because I do want to support the business. We just want you to step it up. Pull them to the side and just let them know what they can do better. And not on no petty shit. Don't get petty, because that's another thing. Black folks kind of get petty with each other. Black folks, sometimes they want you to not only give them good service, they want you to actually kiss their asses for supporting you. They're like, look, nigga, be grateful I'm supporting you. Give me some more sweet tea, nigga. It's that. They start talking to motherfuckers crazy. And no, you don't start acting crazy with the black business owner just because you can. Don't do that. Because black folks will do that. The black customers get on some bullshit too. Let's be very honest. Black folks walk in, you see it's a black business, and then your whole attitude change. So this black owned, okay, cool. Well, I need 50% off on all these jeans, brother. Say, no, brother, I can't give you 50% off. Oh man, you ain't down, brother. You out here trying to pimp the community, brother. You pimping the community, dude. Then niggas start talking that silly nonsense. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? It's Delonte from Inglewood.
Hey, man, what's going on with you, fam?
It's all good, man. I just want to first give a shout out to the Little League World Series, man. These boys from Chicago, they went out there, they did their thing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, what's going on? What's going on in Inglewood with the case with the brother Ezel who got shot? What's happening out there?
They still won't release the names of the officers.
Yeah.
I read an article in the Huffington Post that they won't release the officer's name because of this video by Sibo, the rapper, called "Fuck the Police." So they're using that as somewhat of a token of not giving out his name.
Right. That's real weird, because they know out there in LA, man, we'll turn this shit all the way the fuck up.
You retweeted me too. And I was saying that, I was like, man, LA is definitely not the place to be playing that, man. They already know how we get down out here.
Exactly. So
before you let me go, shout out to David Banner too, man. On CNN, they set him off kind of early because he was getting deep on them.
Oh,
but shout out to that. We see the work. We appreciate it.
Yes, indeed, man. Much respect, man. Thanks for the call, fam. Yeah, man. Yeah, in LA, we handle things a little bit differently in LA with stuff like this, because it gets all the way turned up, and people are asking questions about this whole situation, because they done beat up a sister. Highway Patrol and beat up a sister. and the community was kind of, hey, what's up, man? I think they're going to charge that police officer out there. I think they're going to charge the guy who beat the sister up. Now with this situation with Ezell, cats are asking questions. Again, we don't do too much rallying in LA. Like Tupac said, in LA, we don't rally, we riot. So we ain't gonna do too much damn rallying in LA. We're not a rallying city, and I'm not taking that away from other cities now because again, there was a lot of rallies going on in Ferguson, and that's the kind of energy that's out there, which is good. I'm all for brothers trying to make a change and getting politicized and all that. But dude, man, LA is a whole different thing. It's you know, it ain't gonna be too many of those shootings like that. Just random brothers getting shot like that. They start gearing up. They'll probably start gearing up, and brothers are gonna be a little more strategic. But again, in LA, man, and I do a lot of business with people as far as the bookstores and all that. We got to get our economic base strong in Los Angeles too. Another thing about LA, because they know how turned up cats get in LA, what they started doing in LA, they started to branch a lot of black people out of certain centralized areas. So what they did, instead of having black people in all one area, what they would do, they would send black folks to Rialto, Riverside. Black folks get sent out to Palmdale, Lancaster. So a lot of black people in LA are very spread out. You understand? A lot of black folks are spread out in LA. Oh yeah. They definitely got the tanks and stuff out in LA. Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
Hey, how you doing? This is Chris. I'm from Houston, but by way of Hawaii.
Okay, and, I see a Hawaii number.
First of all, if for the next time hey, this is Chris from Hawaii.
Dude, I heard you the first time, Chris. Well, you're in Houston right now?
Okay. Hey, so I had a quick question. So I was just wondering the next time you was coming out here
to Houston.
And, also, my question is, I'm in the Navy, and me being like conscious and all, how do that when something happens like in Ferguson or around the world, how do I keep a level head and not like being too raunchy at my job and all that?
Well, you can't be too raunchy or rowdy because you're in the Navy, and they'll lock your ass. They'll lock you down if you start acting crazy. So you got to be very strategic about what's happening. And that's another thing about people, American. Are you Hawaiian or are you black person? What are you, brother?
Oh man, I'm black. Proud of it. There's one thing I can tell you though. Being in the military, there are some conscious people, some uprise or whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't really realize it until we get in the system. And even with the military, we still have a lot of white supremacy issues.
Yes, you do.
On like promoting rank and stuff like that. But people in the military, we tend to overlook that. And it's just like what you said. It's like, why you got to be racist, or we get that same kind of connotation.
Yeah, well, the thing is, that's why American black people, they have to keep an eye on American black people because that makes us considered more dangerous than other people around the country of color, or not around the country, but around the world. Because the thing is, black people in America, you understand military strategy just as much as those in the dominant society. And that's the problem. See, they can go over to Africa and kind of smack people around. They can go down to South America, smack people, black folks around. They can go to Indonesia. They can smack black people around any other place. But over here, We know what they know as far as military. We know groundwork, we know sea work, we know air work. So we understand military function. And that makes us a threat. That's why whenever we get riots popping, they bring out those military tanks on American black people because we have the same military training and we're just as thorough as they are. That's why in the Army and the certain military ranks and the Air Force and all that stuff, you have people like the Tuskegee Airmen, people like that who are very thorough. You have people during World War One. You had troops who were very thorough who helped win the war. So brothers like you, man, they really keep an eye on brothers like you. Don't get it twisted. And that's why they created what I call, well, not what I call, but what I talked about is the King Alfred plan after the 1960s. I did a show about that, how they created a militarization of black areas when all of these troops from Vietnam started coming back home. They were afraid that brothers like you and brothers who were in Vietnam and all that were going to use that military training on those in the dominant society, because that's what the Black Panthers did. A lot of folks forget that the Black Panthers were they were veterans. These guys were in the army and they used a lot of the techniques they learned in Vietnam against the dominant society, and that's always been a big fear. So it's good. Stay conscious and understand what's going on, and don't fall into the trap of accepting systematic white supremacy. Stay on top of your game, and keep an eye on what's happening, and let us know what's going on too. You feel it?
Okay, yeah. Before we go, just let me know next time you coming to Hawaii, man. You do a lecture or whatever. I want to know, man. I want to come out. I'm out here for another 2 more years. I'm just doing my 4 years it out.
You're in Hawaii now? You're in Hawaii right now?
I'm in Hawaii right now. It's beautiful out here, man.
Oh, dude, Hawaii.
And I see how they do the locals, man. You go to all the beach houses. There's a number white. And then you see the locals. They live in a ghetto.
Yeah.
And, like I tell my wife's like, what's that? That's Section 8, I mean, just like in America, you see clotheslines, and that's how you see clotheslines and stuff like that. That's how you know you in a low income area.
Yeah.
And so I do a lot of teaching out here just by what I know. I follow you.
Yeah.
I got all 3 Hillary Clinton colors, and I have my own little private screeners in my own house or whatever.
Okay, so you teach in your house, or do you have a facility that you go to, or what?
No, I don't have a particular facility. It's just that just by people that's on the ship that have a lot of questions and stuff like that. So I just give them, I reference books that I read, and this. Of course, I want to eventually, when I move back to the mainland, put like a nice little lecture hall or something. I cut hair, so I got like a little dream where I can okay, maybe if I have a barbershop and do maybe at nighttime have a place where we can come and converse. So I got little ideas like that. I'm trying to toy with or whatever.
Okay.
So, because I want to,
Yeah, but Hawaii, that's my second home. I love Hawaii. I might be going back out there in a couple of weeks, man. We love it out there, man. We're always in Honolulu, and I go out there and I do a lot of writing. So that's like one of my favorite spots, and just a real good energy out there in Hawaii, man.
Okay.
Hey, man. But anyway, man, thank you for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. Now the brother makes me want to go back to Hawaii right now. Hawaii is one of my favorite spots. Yes, indeed. We're still in here deep, ladies and gentlemen. We're still in here deep. Jack said he's in here talking about his dreams. Let that man talk about his dreams. Shit. That man can talk about his dreams. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, how you doing? This is Urban calling from LA County.
Hey, what's up, Urban? How you doing, fam?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Just watching you on Ustream, listening to game you spitting here. I like it.
Yes, indeed. Now, what part of LA you in? You up in Palmdale somewhere?
I'm actually in Santa Clarita.
Oh, okay,
right
okay.
In the middle, between the valley and Palmdale.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where it is. You out there in the cut. You out there by Magic Mountain and Wayside Prison.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, indeed.
Right there.
Yeah. So what's on your mind, man?
Right up the street.
Yeah. I know that area. I done sent the homies money and put money on cats' books up there. I know that area real well, dude. Man, so
wow, well, good.
So what's on your mind, fam?
On the map.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I was listening to you talk, and I know you're talking about empowering black folks and getting everything going. And one of the questions I want to ask is what you think about putting a lot of black folks in
martial arts classes and boxing and MMA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I actually grew up in the Valley. I grew up in San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
And when I moved here, it was like, predominantly white town, but, daily life for white people was getting, besides shooting guns, was, getting in martial arts classes. Dudes walking around, judo background, kung fu background, boxing, everything.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, gee, if we could get black people to get on this, you know what I mean? Because I've been doing it for 10 years, and, even living in my town here, I've encountered a lot of, white supremacy, and that's what saved my ass.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? A lot of times.
Yeah.
So, I'm just wondering what you think about that.
Dude, man, we should have martial arts MMA classes literally in every black neighborhood on a weekly basis. I mean, a daily basis. We should have that because the thing is, these other people are planning and training against us. And not only should we have it to train and protect ourselves from suspected white supremacists, we should also have it just as a good form of discipline to teach young men discipline, to how to master the art of disciplining their bodies, getting physically fit, mentally fit. We just need that as far as discipline, also to stay in shape. So we definitely need that, man. And that's something that I will probably talk about more in Hidden Colors 4 when we finally get around to doing that. But that's something that you should definitely get into and look into starting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm actually looking into starting it here in Santa Clarita because there's not a whole lot of black-owned martial artists here, and I've got several backgrounds. I mean, I got backgrounds in judo, boxing, jiu-jitsu, kung fu, kickboxing. You know what I mean? I've been doing it all.
Yes,
indeed. And I even just won the international championships a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas. So, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I get on the grind with that. But,
yes.
I'm trying to start it out here, and I was just wondering what you thought, but that's actually really good. I like your insight on that. That's a few things I didn't even think about was those people are training to fight us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They are. They are. Now, as far as now, I got some of your work. I got a video of some of your MMA and your kickboxing work. And is this is some of your more recent work? Is this you? Hold on. Yeah, so we got to take some. Yes, so we're gonna have to take some of them. All right, man. Anyway, man, thanks for the call, fam. There you go. There you go. There you go, my man. So I don't know if I'm gonna go to that class, but it's all good. Man. Oh man, MMA is moist martial arts. Man, who is that calling? Elevation. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Man, what's up? It's Wesley from New York. What's up,
hey,
bro?
I'm good, man. What's up? What's on your mind, fam?
I was wondering, what do you think about Tim Wise?
Tim Wise is cool. I like a lot of Tim Wise's stuff. I like Tim Wise. Tim Wise, he spits some real stuff. He spits some real shit.
Man, he's like the few white people that give it a chance, to like spit the truth,
Yeah, I like Tim Wise, and he spits some real stuff. But again, just like Neely Fuller says, and a lot of other people, he spits some real shit. But okay, now, how do we stop white supremacy? What's the solution? Because, talking about it, that's cool, but a lot of times we put a lot of stock into a white person pointing out white supremacy. Because there's a new video that's going around, this white guy talking about white supremacy and all that and how a lot of whites are racist. Okay, cool. So now, what's the solution? How do we stop the system of white supremacy? We need solutions. Getting you to acknowledge it, that's one thing. I don't give a person a cookie, a trophy for effort. Let us know what we can do to stop it. How do we stop systematic white supremacy from protecting police officers from blowing black people's brains out? What's the solution? That's when we start giving out the trophies. And again, I love Tim Wise's stuff. I got a few of his books. Tim Wise is very thorough. But then I'll start passing out the trophies when we get to the solutions. That's very important. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, but again, I love Tim Wise's stuff, and I support what he does. But again, we need solutions here. But thanks for the call. Yes, indeed. What is my mom? Are you watching me right now? My mom just texted me. Hold on 1 second. My mom. Hold on. This Peanut is at my dad's house right now. And I think they're watching me now. Man. But again, Aki is right. Everybody retweet the hashtag recall for Mike. Hit that up right now. Recall for Mike. Recall for Mike. Tweet that right now. Recall for Mike. Recall for Mike. Say, can we start a black military? Well, that's what the Black Panthers tried to do, and they infiltrated them. That's why you got to have an economy to back that military up. You got to have an economy to back that up. See what happened with the Panthers? They just showed up with guns, and they were easily infiltrated because they were just paying cats off in order to infiltrate them. So we got to have an economic base to support that. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here because... I got to pack because I'm leaving out in the morning and everything. And it's been real. We've had a good time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The game is heavy. I love chopping it up with the fam. Don't forget, go to Amazon right now to get Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. Go to TariqElite.com to get the gear, shoes, hat. You know the Cooperate hats? The sales for the Cooperate hats shot up last week because of the puppet show last week. The pink Cooperate hats were selling real big this week because of the puppet show. That's funny as hell because we use the Cooperate hats for the puppet. So a lot of pink Cooperate hats were sold this week because of the puppet skit. So again, go to TariqElite.com. That's Tariq Elite, TariqElite.com to get all the gear, the shirts, hats, shoes, sunglasses. Get all that right now, family. We're going to get it popping. And don't forget to retweet Recall for Mike. That's the hashtag, the number 4. Recall the number 4, Mike, ladies and gentlemen. And also, y'all follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. Follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. And I will holler at you guys on Wednesday's show, family. And it's been real.